101.7 KSAM is KSAM Huntsville, and you're listening to the Bearkat Sports Network. Sam Houston Bearkat Baseball is back on 101.7 KSAM. Every pitch, catch, and home run right here. Bearkat Baseball is on the air. Now let's head down to the field with the voice of the Sam Houston Bearkats, Rob Hipp. Eat 'em up, cats.
All right, friends, welcome to another edition of Sam Houston Baseball. We are live tonight in beautiful Huntsville, Texas. It's the 20th ranked Texas State Bobcats making their way here to East Texas to take on your Sam Houston Bearkats. And Bearkats are coming off of a nice 2-win in 3 games versus Stephen F. Austin in Western Athletic Conference play. We'll talk a little bit about that one in just a few moments. We are a little bit away from first pitch here, 6:22 right now. 6:30 is when that first pitch scheduled to come out. And I am joined now by my good friend who is on with the Baylor game, Mr. B.J. McMichael. B.J., good to be here outside with the fans tonight.
Outside and loving it. Another great day for baseball. A little bit of wind, so it's going to be interesting for the outfielders. Any pop-ups go out there. They got to do a little dance out there in the outfield. But just being here at the Dawn with our Sam Houston Bearkats against this tough Texas State team, it's going to be a battle, hopefully with the Bearkats coming out on top.
Well, there may not be a better hitter in the nation as hot as Bearkats' Carlos Contreras, who just picked up his 3rd Western Athletic Conference Hitter of the Week honors on Monday. And Sam Houston slugger currently ranks 5th in the nation in batting average. He leads the country. How about this, BJ? 47 RBIs through just 24 games. I always joke around. I say here in Huntsville, man, and wherever this guy plays, the supermarkets are running out of steaks as those ribeyes are cooking. That is thanks in large part to his Herculean effort on Saturday and Sunday at SFA, where he had 15 RBIs. He had 9 on Sunday. That set a new Sam Houston single-game record, surpassing Bobby Verbeek in the 2007 record of 8 versus Central Arkansas. So he is one that we're going to continue to keep an eye on. He has been hot.
Oh, he has been a monster at the plate. They just couldn't get this guy out up at SFA. He started early and often, and he just drove in runs. But you got to also talk about the table setters. Those guys getting on base, giving him the opportunity to drive in those runs. And when you have runners on the bases, Contreras is the guy you want up to bat. So he is absolutely raking, and we hope he keeps it up.
One, though, that we also want to make sure that we keep an eye on. It's easy to overlook other players when you got someone as great as Carlos Contreras, how he's been playing. But Justin Wiskoski, he has been easy to overlook, as I mentioned earlier, still ranking 3rd or 5th in the Western Athletic Conference in batting average and 2nd with 31 runs scored while striking out just once every 11.2 at-bats. He has been a force as well.
Absolutely. And you see these guys, you got 3 of them batting over that 300 mark as you talk about Contreras batting in the high 400s. And Wiskoski and Chadwick and, these guys with Contreras with 25 ribeyes and Wiskoski with 10. These guys are just ready to go up there and get a hit. So hopefully these guys get up there and go up against this tough Texas State Bobcat team. They're ready to go here at the Dawn.
We are moments away from first pitch. I had a chance to catch up with Sam Houston baseball head coach Jay Sirianni just a few moments ago.
Rob Hipp here pregame with Sam Houston baseball head coach Jay Sirianni today facing the Texas State Bobcats. This is a Bobcat team that is on a roll right now, doing very well, ranked number 20 in the nation. Before we get to that, just briefly wanted to go back to that series versus SFA. Took 2 of the 3 games, kind of the battle of the Piney Woods on the diamond, if you will. Coach, I know that first game, the bats weren't too hot, but then the game 2 and 3 in that series on Saturday and Sunday really started to get hot. We talk a lot about what Carlos Contreras has done. I mean, he set school records in that final game. Just kind of your thoughts on that matchup.
Well, it's all about winning series when you get into conference play. We tried to win it the hard way by not playing very well on Friday night, but, proud of the guys coming back and being able to win Saturday and Sunday. So regular dogfight, you're always going to get their best, especially when you're on the road.
I know that we've talked a lot about Carlos Contreras, just kind of expanding on your thoughts on him, setting a school record there, I believe 9 RBIs in that final game. I mean, that bat was literally on fire in that one.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anybody hotter than him right now, and the way the game is played, you just ride it as long as you can. But, he works hard every day and puts himself in the position to be successful. So just ride the wave as long as you can.
Justin Wiskoski continues to be solid for this team as well. Just mention a little bit about his play and how productive he's been. It's so easy to overlook a guy like that with the success that Carlos is having. But Justin, another player doing phenomenally well right now.
Yeah, Wish has really benefited from Carlos being behind him in the lineup, but he does a really good job of controlling the strike zone. I think he's got more free bases than he does strikeouts, and anytime you do that, it's going to help you. It's going to be good for you.
Coach, the competition's been very tough this season. Helps get your guys stronger. You face the Longhorns, who were number one at the time earlier in the season. You face a Nebraska team. You face an Oklahoma State team. Now you're facing 20th ranked Texas State Bobcats today. Just kind of the mindset heading in, and how do these guys continue just to play so strong against these top teams?
Well, there's the saying of iron sharpens iron, and we love a good competitive schedule. We've always played one here, and that's how you get better. So our entire goal every day, every year is you just keep getting better. We're a work in progress, and you're not going to do that if you play teams that aren't of this caliber. They're a good team. They're well coached, and we got to see how well we can play tonight.
Final one or two questions. We were joking around before we went on, just how nothing has really been ordinary this season. We go from practices that have been nice weather, then it turns into game time, and it's either really cool or a day like today where it's a nice outside as far as the temperature, but then it's very windy. It's just been one of those kind of weird seasons so far.
Yeah, you just kind of roll with the punches. Whatever shows up that day, it's still an opportunity to compete, and that's how we look at it. I think the more different conditions you play in and day out, nothing's going to shock you as you keep going down the road. So it's you kind of just chuckle at it from time to time, like, well, what's it going to be today?
We enjoy it. This is a day where the game's on ESPN Plus, so we're outside. We like being in the elements, calling the game, just being around our crowd. Coach, I know I ask you this every game. You say that it doesn't change too much, but I'll ask you as always do, just the keys to victory in this one tonight.
Well, it's always about the strike zone, both offensively and defensively. We need to make the routine play and collect every out that's given to us, and we do those two or three things. I think you got a good shot. So every day's a different day, and you just keep showing up and trying to win the game in front of you, and that's what we keep talking about.
Coach, as always, just appreciate your time and accessibility. Good luck today, and eat 'em up, Cats.
Sounds good. Thanks, Rob.
Once again, that's head coach Jay Sirianni. We'll have more looking into this when we come back from Ben Wagner. This is the Bearkat Sports Radio Network.
Join the Sam Houston State University Alumni Association. For only $35 a year, your membership helps provide scholarship assistance, plus networking, a travel program, discounts on home and auto insurance, car rental, event tickets, and much more. Connect with your Bearkat pride and spirit by joining the Alumni Association. Go online, alumni.shsu.edu. As a member, you can be a part of something bigger. The Sam Houston State University Alumni Association. Join today.
For any of your shipping, faxing, copying, or notarizing needs, get on down to Pack and Ship. Big or small, they ship it all. Conveniently located right off 45 on Highway 30 next to Hobby Lobby. At Pack and Ship, there are no lines. They have a kind, experienced staff ready to help you. Pack and Ship, happily serving all residents of Walker County and the surrounding areas. Pack and Ship.
On the field or just on the go, UT Physicians Orthopedics is with you during life's unexpected stumbles. We offer comprehensive treatment options, on-site imaging, and personalized care. With locations across the greater Houston area, you can find care close to home. Visit utphysicians.com or call 888-4UT-DOCS to schedule an appointment today. Better healthcare starts with you. UT Physicians.
Back at it here live from the Dawn. I'm Rob Hipp alongside BJ McMichael. Moments away from first pitch. It is windy outside, 79 degrees, cloudy skies. That south wind at 15 miles an hour. And getting the start here, we'll go over that Sam Houston pitching staff to get things rocking and rolling here as Colton Atkinson getting the start here today for Sam Houston. BJ, I know you've got his numbers.
Absolutely. He's got a 3.45 ERA, 2 wins, 0 losses on the season with 3 starts, 19 hits against him, 6 earned runs, 8 walks. They struck out 19. Opponents are batting .302 against him.
So the sophomore out of Porter, Texas, and Porter High School again getting that start. 6'1", 195 with those warm-up pitches on the mound. Now, Walter Yannick, the catcher. Justin Wiskoski over at first. Easton Lloyd at second base. Luke Repka will take third. Miles Jefferson playing short. And then from left to right, it's Carlos Contreras Clayton Chadwick at center field, and Lane Brewster over at right field. The corners here at the Dawn at 3:30. As we look down the power alleys at 375 and that back wall straight away at 400. Sam Houston in their black jerseys, white and black pinstripe pants. Sam Houston written in cursive across the front in orange. And we'll get things rocking and rolling here for Texas State. They'll lead off with the left fielder Ben McLean, followed by Dalton Shuffield, and then John Wuthrich. So we'll get things started here with a left-handed batter. And the time now at 6:32 p.m., and we are underway here in Huntsville, Texas. The first pitch just to the outside for a ball and an 86-mile-an-hour fast offering 1-0 early count.
Yeah, McLean's going to want to set the table here because Sheffield, Withrich, and Gonzalez and Thompson, those are your big hitters coming up after him. He certainly wants to get on, and we certainly want to get him out.
Next one will go foul way over to the corner off that third base line. It'll go near the Bearkat dugout, and we're even at 1-1 on the second pitch.
That's going to be an interesting time out here. 15-mile-an-hour wind. Gusting at different times. Outfielders are going to have quite the time out there fielding those fly balls.
Colton Atkinson taking his time here. Of course, just underway. No score. Thanks for joining us tonight here on the Bearkat Sports Radio Network. It's Atkinson on the mound. He'll kick up his left leg. The right-handed pitch on the way. This one, the fastball, actually a little bit off speed. It looked fast at first, kind of changed up at 80 miles an hour. Crosses the corner for a strike. The count 1-2.
Yeah, it's a good job by Atkinson there coming in and getting that second stride. Hopefully get this first out. Would be a big lift for his Bearkat team to kick things off.
Here's the next pitch on its way. Swing and foul tip as that one will keep him alive at 1-2.
Yes, barely got a piece of that to hang on. Catcher almost got a hold of that for a foul third strike, but Yannick couldn't quite hang on to it.
Getting that count at 1-2, no outs. Atkinson trying to put him away on the first one here. On the mound, that left leg up in the air. Here's the right-handed pitch. It's on the way. Fouled in the back of the net. The count remains 1-2.
He's staying with it there, trying to time it up there with McLean. Fouling a couple off into the backstop. As the Bearkat defense playing back on the grass on the infield, trying to keep the ball in front of them to get that runner out at first.
Much different night than we've experienced. It's been a lot colder. Here's a 1-2 pitch. This one will go over to second. That one's going to catch a lane right up right field, and that's a base hit. And a leadoff single for Ben McLean on the 1-2 count.
Yeah, your left-handed batter drove it right in between first and second base. Just put a good swing on it, able to get to first base easily, and now brings up their hitter, Sheffield.
Yeah, Dalton Sheffield. We talk about him, one of the studs on this team. The 5'9", 170 senior out of San Antonio, Texas, from the Alamo City. Here to Huntsville, Texas today. Back to a right-handed batter. It's Dalton Sheffield, the shortstop. No outs, just underway here in the top of the first. The second batter for Texas State. The pitch on the way. This one dropped down and a little bit too low for a ball. 1-0 on an 87-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah, Sheffield batting for 11 on the season so far with 90 at-bats, 8 doubles, 3 triples, 6 home runs, and 23 ribeyes for their Texas State Bobcats.
They don't want them to cook them here in Huntsville tonight, though. Little pick attempt as a throw over to first in plenty of time. It's Atkinson over to Wiskoski. Does such a good job out there at that first base, Wiskoski does. We talked about him right behind Contreras. He has been a dominant force on the batting side for Sam Houston here this season. Again, a 1-0 count, runner on first for Texas State. Here's the pitch on the way. This one a little low into the dirt, and luckily there, Yannick was able to get behind it very quickly. Bring us ahead here, 2-0 for Sheffield at bat.
Yeah, I understand this Texas State Bobcat team is a tough team coming in. They've got a 20-5 start. This is the second best in their program history through 25 games. So this is going to be a tough test for our Bearkats this evening, but hopefully our offense and our pitching's up to it.
2-0, Atkinson taking his time. Now the pitch on the way. This one over to center is Chadwick. Will try to track it down, going deep. This one, Chadwick not able to make the grab. It'll take a bounce. He's back at the warning track. One will come around and score here, trying to go for the triple, and it is an RBI triple there for McLean. For Sheffield, he brought in McLean.
Absolutely. It just a bomb to center field. Chadwick did what he could to get there, to catch up to it. but it was just not going to be able to pull that one in with Sheffield driving the ball deep to left center field.
7, John Wethridge.
Well, you mentioned earlier this Texas State team. They're 20-5 overall, 5-1 in the Sun Belt Conference on a one-game win streak under head coach Stephen Trout. He's in his third season, just like Sirianni, 55-45 overall. Here's the first pitch on the way to John Wethridge. That pitch just out of the reach. 1-0 early count here on Wethridge. Entering at 305, 6 home runs on the season, 21 RBIs. Here's the next pitch. This one on the way. Across the corner, I believe. An 84-mile-an-hour fastball for the strike to even us up at 1-1.
And it's probably going to come down to pitching for team ERA for Texas State is 338. Sam Houston 482. So their pitching staff's fared a little better.
Here's the next pitch. That curveball way too far to the outside to bring us to a 2-1 count. Again, no outs, no score, or no outs. Texas State with that one lone mark on the board right now, leading 1-0 here in the top of the first. Atkinson taking his time. Now the 2-1 delivery. That one also low. And Yannick, that one kind of bounced around him. He turned around and finally saw it rolling down that third base line. And it's a 3-1 count here on Wethridge.
Yeah, you just got to take the time now here to settle down just a little bit. Got a 3-1 count. You do have a runner on third with no outs. Just trying to do what you can to give your defense a pick-me-up, maybe a ground ball, get the out at first, and hold the runner there at third would be exactly what the Bearkats are looking for in this situation.
Wethridge has reached on a walk 12 times this season. Here's the 3-1 pitch on the way, and now make it 13 times. That pitch just out of his reach. And now runners on the hot corners for the Bobcats of Texas State at 1-3.
Yeah, you'll probably have your infield playing in up on the grass a little bit, looking for that double play.
Hitter, number 23, Jose Gonzalez.
Move it to that cleanup position, the designated hitter, Jose Gonzalez for Texas State. Gonzalez batting .241 on the season, on base at .376. And his 88th at-bat of the season. Back to a lefty here. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. An 81-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch to bring the count 0-1. Texas State ranked in all 6 major polls for the second straight week, achieving their highest ranking in Baseball America at 19. USA Today has them pegged at 20 in the nation. And Atkinson eagerly awaiting. Here's the 0-1 offering. This one swung around and missed as well. That one, a 75-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch, the slowest one that we've seen tonight, the count 0-2.
Yeah, he's really mixing up his pitches there, coming early with the gas and then trying to throw some off-speed there, keeping him off balance just a little bit. Good 2-strike count on the batter. Love to see a strikeout here and possibly a double play to end the inning.
No outs, top of the first we are. Texas State leads 1-0, runners on first and third. Here's Atkinson's pitch. This one slapped over to first, unassisted tag, throw to second. And did he get there in time? He is out. So the double play is there. A run coming around and scoring, but a good job there by Sam Houston taking care of business.
Yeah, he actually slid past second base there. Was able to keep the tag on him. And Jefferson was able to put the tag on him as he slid past the bag of second base, getting that second out.
So it is 2 outs. And that will take us to Justin Thompson. First pitch out of his reach, 1-0 count. Sheffield did come in and score. 2-0 Texas State with the lead here in the first, but we are 2 away. Here's the next pitch. Swung around and missed. 89-mile-an-hour heater, the count now. At 1-1 here on Thompson. Second pitch, just a little away from him, 81-mile-an-hour off speed, 2 balls and 1 strike for Thompson.
Yeah, you don't like seeing 2 runs on the board, but having 2 outs, keeping that big inning from happening.
Here's the next pitch. Swung around and missed here to even us up at 2-2. Yeah, I was confused there for a moment, BJ, because they didn't update the run. I said, well, wait a minute. One came around and scored. I was like, I think I know how to call that. This one over to right, and that one is just foul, man, about 1 or 2 feet off that first base line out there in right field. In foul territory, keeps the at-bat going here for Justin Thompson at 2-2.
Telling you, these Bobcats they have come out here on a hot start in this top of the first. getting a couple hits, getting guys around. Hopefully Bearkats can finish this top half of the inning off.
Here's the 2-2 swing and a miss for the third and final out. But not before 2 runs were scored. That was on 2 hits. There was no errors and no one left on. We are through half an inning. Bottom of the first coming up. Stay with us. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Sam Houston at bat, trailing 2-0 when we come back on the Bearkat Sports Radio Network.
Curious about what real estate agents enjoy the most? It's about reminding our clients that dreams really do come true. RE/MAX is the #1 real estate company nationwide. RE/MAX Prime Properties is a locally owned family business in Huntsville. Need a realtor knowledgeable in our area? Call one of our experienced agents and let us guide you home. RE/MAX Prime Properties is located at 1215 Financial Plaza, Huntsville, Texas, and is a proud partner of SHSU Athletics. Eat 'em up, Cats.
On the field or just on the go, UT Physicians Orthopedics is with you during life's unexpected stumbles. We offer comprehensive treatment options, on-site imaging, and personalized care. With locations across the greater Houston area, you can find care close to home. Visit utphysicians.com or call 888-4UT-DOCS to schedule an appointment today. Better healthcare starts with you. UT Physicians.
Back at it here, friends. Bottom of the first, about to get underway. We're live from Huntsville, Texas, at beautiful Don Sanders Stadium. Rob Hipp alongside BJ McMichael. The Bearkats trailing 20th-ranked Texas State 2-0. And that pitcher getting the start here for the Bobcats of Texas State is the senior Travis Sundgren.
Yeah, Travis Sundgren, he's got a 4.68 ERA on the season. 2 wins, 2 losses, and that's with 6 appearances. He's had 5 starts out of those 6 appearances. 23 hits against him, 13 earned runs, 5 walks, 13 strikeouts. Opponents are batting .245 against them. So Bearkats have got some work to do in the bottom of the second to try to maybe at least scratch back a little bit, get one of those runs back, but we'd love to get 2 or more.
The right-handed pitcher getting those warm-up pitches now, the 6', 184-pound senior out of Silsbee High School and transfer from Weatherford College. Back in 2021, he pitched 15 games, started 6 of those where he went 0-4 with 1 save and a 7.89 ERA in 29 2/3 innings. He had 23 strikeouts in that season. So far this year, 25 innings pitched where he's allowed 15 runs on 23 hits. 13 of those 15 runs were earned. Sam Houston will go 1, 2, and 3, leading off the right fielder Lane Brewster, followed by the center fielder Clayton Chadwick. And then it's our good buddy, the first baseman, Justin. Never the last one, Wishkoski.
Never. You know, with the Bearkats coming into this thing as a team, batting average 300, Texas State 289. Here's the thing, the Bearkats have offense. It's got to show up tonight. And at the bottom of the first, they can get it going with a little thunder at the plate.
Lane Brewster, the left-handed batter, will get things started here tonight for this Bearkat offense. Here's the first pitch from the right hand. It's a fastball at 88 miles an hour across the plate for a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, he brought that one in there to lead things off for his Bobcat team.
Here's the next one, quickly in rhythm. This one slapped up to center, and it's a leadoff single for Sam Houston. And the Bearkats, 2 pitches, 1 base hit. It's Brewster on first.
You got to love that. A quick answer to a 2-run top of the first. Texas State Bearkats, second pitch of the ball game, takes straight up the middle. Wants to show these guys that they are ready to play and hit.
That'll bring up second in the order. Another lefty here for the Bearkats. It's Clayton Chadwick, 367 on the season. Still looking for his first home run, 13 RBIs for the left-handed batter. Sundgren's pitch is on the way. This one over to left. Oh, it's a beautiful hit. It'll go down to the corner. He'll round first, over to second. Runner will come around and stay at third, and the Bearkats looking strong here and coming alive early in the bottom of the first with no outs. Runners on 2 and 3.
Another big answer right there by Chadwick. Drives the ball down the third base line, tailing towards the corner. And this is the team. You want this happening right here, knowing you can answer back, and then you got your third baseman coming up.
And that will bring up Justin Wishkoski. We have talked about him, one of the Bearkat players that you always have to keep your eye on. And we'll go to the first right-handed batter of the night for Sam Houston. Wishkoski, 4'11", He is your 5th leading hitter in the Western Athletic Conference. Here's the first pitch. This one will slap foul. And it's an early 0-1 count. So you talk about 4 pitches and 2 hits to get things started for Sam Houston.
It looks like Sirianni said, hey, we're going to go out there and we're just going to attack. No matter what happens, we're going to get out there and swing away at these pitches. And so far, Bearkats showing some grit to get out here in the bottom of the first.
Sundgren, the right foot on the rubber. Here's the right-handed pitch. This one over to short. Runner will try to come in and score. That will happen. And now a little chasing action going on. That's going to advance a runner over to second. Diving, is he safe in time? No, he's out, barely out. Boy, that could have backfired on Texas State, but it is out over at third. But heads up right there by Wishkowski, who advanced over to second.
Yeah, and that was a tough play. It was a great rundown for our runner there, Chadwick, just getting hung up there going into third base. Looked like he slid under the tag, but the umpire saw it differently and called him out.
That does come in and score a run, though, as Brewster will come in. So the ribeye there credited to Justin Wishkowski will go 4th in the order. Here is the man, Carlos Contreras, batting .454. He's one of the top in the NCAA this year. Here's the first pitch on the way. This one off the first base line. It's a foul, the early count, 0-1.
Yeah, you got runners in scoring position. Contreras is the guy you want up coming up to the plate. With 7 homers on the season, I do believe. Wind blowing pretty hard, having to go out, hopefully get out to left field. And that would be a 3-2 lead if he could get a hold of one and send it out to left field.
Runner in scoring position over at second as Wishkowski reached on the fielder's choice, stole over to second just moments ago. The count at 0-1, one away here in the bottom of the first. This one over to third. That's a good grab, trying to run and not able to get there. The runner will stay over at second. So Contreras hit that one right over to Thompson, who had to stretch out, then threw it to Pena over at first for the second out.
Yeah, that was good thinking by Contreras. He just went with that outside pitch, tried to drive it down the third base line. Third baseman made a great play on it. Long throw in this wind. That's not an easy throw, having this wind in his face. And Contreras did what he could there. Couldn't quite drive him in, but hey, he gives Easton Lloyd a chance to drive one of those ribeyes in and tie this ball game up.
Easton Lloyd, left-handed batter. Here's a little pick attempt. Throw over to second, keeping him over there is Wishkowski. He was not able to advance on that Contreras out. Still resting over at second. 2 outs. Bearkats trail 2-1 here in the bottom of the first. Let us know you're out there tonight. We'll get to those messages on that Bearkat fan text line here in just a few moments. Sundgren's pitch on the way. This one across the plate for a strike. 83 mile an hour. A little off speed there. 0-1 count on Easton Lloyd.
Yeah, no matter what happens here, you've got to love the Bearkats answering back in the bottom of the first, even though Texas State put 2 on the board, answering back and also still with runners in scoring position.
Easton Lloyd batting .268. He's on base at .337 this season. Here's the pitch. That one to the outside. That's a fastest pitch we've seen
92.
So far. 92. That's the fastest one on either side tonight.
Yeah, he's really popping that catcher's mitt. You can hear it all the way up here once it crosses that plate.
My hand is stinging up here, BJ. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. We'll get that updated here. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. This one popped way up into the air, and second baseman Gibbons waiting eagerly for it. Left glove up, and he's got the easy routine out on that pop-up over 2 seconds. But the Bearkats score 1 run on 2 hits. No errors, and they leave 1 on base. 2-1, we're through 1. Top of the second coming up. Texas State back at bat when we come back in 60 seconds. From Van Wagner, this is the Bearkats Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Huntsville sports fans, this is Rob Hipp for Hit Solutions. Hit Solutions faithfully serves our community in several ways. First, our real estate division. We assist you with finding that piece of property that brings you home. Second, Hit Solutions Player Development provides instruction for baseball and softball players. And third, Hit Solutions is a supporter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, helping to lead every coach and athlete into a growing relationship with Christ. Hit Solutions is ready to serve you. Visit us online at HITTSS.com.
Need service work on your vehicle? Then drop on by Wagner Huntsville and meet the new service and shop managers to see what better customer service feels like. Meet their GM factory-trained technicians who are skilled with state-of-the-art factory diagnostic equipment. Wagner service hours Monday through Saturday are convenient and local shuttle service is readily available. Experience the service difference at Wagner Huntsville.
Welcome back, friends. Rob Hipp alongside BJ McMichael about to get underway here in the top of the second inning. Texas State, 20th ranked team in the NCAA here in Huntsville tonight. They've got a 2-1 lead. And we'll start 6, 7, and 8. Dalen Pena, followed by Peyton Lewis, and then Cameron Gibbons. It is your first baseman, catcher, and second baseman due up here for the Bobcats. I want to remind you tonight's game made possible in part by our good friends, the SHSU physicians. In our neighborhood, the medical staff at SHSU Physicians are helping to meet important healthcare needs, teaching and training student doctors on the latest advanced medical treatments while offering that same level of knowledge when caring for your family. All major insurance plans are accepted. Be part of our family. Schedule an appointment with SHSU Physicians today. Pena, 291, hitting this season. 3 homers, 20 RBIs. First pitch low of the dirt, just out of his reach. The early count 1-0 on Dalen Pena.
Yeah, 20 RBIs. That's third on his team, just behind Thompson and also Wuthridge. So you've got to watch out for this guy coming in here, even batting in the 6th spot.
Here's the next one. That one a little too close, near his belt line. 85-mile-an-hour ball thrown, 2-0 count here on Pena.
It's going to be tough throwing also in this wind. Got to account for it a little bit, even in pitching.
Here's the next one. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Beautiful. Off-speed pitch. Actually, it was fastball at 88. Look, off-speed. It's kind of throwing me off tonight, BJ, with this wind.
Yeah, it is. You can hear it into the microphones right here as we're talking through the broadcast. It's up and going.
Here's the 2-1. It's another swing and a miss to take us to an even count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And that's tough for the pitcher and the batter. The pitcher's got to kind of factor that in as he's pitching, but also the batter's got to factor that in as he's picking up the ball, the location, the spin, the type of pitch.
Atkinson's 2-2 on the way. This one chopped foul as it'll roll in front of the Bearkats dugout off that third base line. The at-bat will stay alive here for Dalen Pena.
It's a little bit advantage to the pitcher. He knows what he's about to throw and can kind of factor that in. As you can see, the Bobcat hitters, they're up to the task, but they're coming up against a very tough Bearkat team.
Here's the 2-2 to the right-handed batter. Swing and a miss for the first out, baby. How about that for Colton Atkinson? And it's back-to-back strike swinging. You go back to the first. Atkinson starting to come alive for the Bearkats.
And that's a pickup for your defense right there. Showing your team, hey, you're in this, you're gutting this out. And after getting the strikeout to end the first and now getting the strikeout to lead off the top of the second, that's pretty big for his team.
Go to the catcher here. It is Peyton Lewis in that 7 hole. Here's the first pitch to the left-handed batter. This one way up into the air. It'll sail over Bearkat country press box. Actually, it bounced back front ways over there. Some of these kiddos are going to go run and try to grab that ball. 0-1 count here on Peyton Lewis.
I'm telling you, man, it is going to be an interesting ordeal. Any ball that gets lifted up into the stratosphere, they're going to have some fun with it.
Here's the 0-1. That one looked like it was a cross, and it is. A little bit of a late call there. It was an off-speed pitch at 79 miles an hour, and it's a strike, 0-2, one away.
We have some of those in our high school baseball games, some of those delayed calls. It's a live action delay.
Here's the 0-2. High upstairs into the outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So again, Texas State with the lead, 2-1 here in the top of the second. 1 out, nobody on, 1-2 count on Peyton Lewis. Here's Atkinson, his next offering on the way. Did he swing around on it?
Yep.
They're going to check over to the third base umpire and got him swinging for the second out.
Man, 2 big strikeouts here to lead off the top of the second. Atkinson trying to really just hone in on those pitches. Seems to be settling in just fine in this game.
How about that for Atkinson? Now 3 retired, going back to the first, all strike swinging. We are now 2 out. Go to the 8th in the order. The second baseman, Cameron Gibbons, batting .250 this season. First pitch on the way to the right-handed batter, too low for the ball, 1-0.
Yeah, he's looking really comfortable in the windup. As you can see, he just gets the ball and just starts dealing. So I have a feeling if he can stay in that windup and keep the traffic off the bases, he's going to dial it in.
Here is that windup. This one low to the outside, 2-0 count, 2 away. Cameron Gibbons. Here at bat again for Texas State. The senior out of Houston, Texas, transfer from Blinn College, will slap this one over to third. It's Repka, the throw to first. In time, baby! And it's a 1-2-3 kind of inning for the Bearkats.
Yeah, Repka made a great play on that ball. It was a chopper, slow hit. He charged it, was able to get the hop and get it over to first and get the speedy runner for the third out.
West Coast Customs, they got a new chopper in the house tonight. How about that for Sam Houston? We are through 1.5. No runs by Texas State. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Bearkats only trail 2-1. We'll be back in 60 seconds. From Van Wagner, this is the Bearkats Sports Radio Network.
COVID-19 rapid testing is available at Texpress Urgent Care in Huntsville. No symptoms needed. So now you can get tested even faster and get your results back faster too. Limited shots are left. Not sure which test is right for you? Texpress Urgent Care is happy to help. For more details, call 936-570-2626. No appointments needed. Walk-ins only. Texpress Urgent Care Clinic, located at 193 I-45 South. Check their website at texpressurgentcare.com and visit them on Facebook. That's Texpress Urgent Care next to Sport Clips in Huntsville.
Hey, Huntsville sports fans, this is Rob Hipp for Hipp Solutions. Hipp Solutions faithfully serves our community in several ways. First, our real estate division. We assist you with finding that piece of property that brings you home. Second, Hipp Solutions Player Development provides instruction for baseball and softball players. And third, Hipp Solutions is a supporter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, helping to lead every coach and athlete into a growing relationship with Christ. Hipp Solutions is ready to serve you. Visit us online at hittss.com.
Back at it here, friends. Bottom of the second inning about to get underway in beautiful Huntsville, Texas. We're live at the Don Sanders Stadium. Sam Houston baseball trailing Texas State 2-1. And we'll go here for the Bearkats, 6, 7, and 8. It's the shortstop, Miles Jefferson, followed by the third baseman in that seventh spot, Luke Repka, and then the catcher, Walter Yannick. So we'll start here, leading off Miles Jefferson, the right-handed batter.
Yeah, batting .345 on the season, 5 RBIs, 19 hits. This is a guy you definitely want to get on base.
Lundgren's first pitch there, the curveball in the zone for a strike. The early count here on Jefferson, 0-1. Jefferson transferred out of Odessa College, the junior from Katy, Texas. Next pitch, also in that zone, this time a fastball at 91, 0-2.
He's bringing a steady diet of those 90, low 90 fastballs right in there to these Bearkat hitters.
Here's the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. 3 pitches and a strikeout swinging for Miles Jefferson to get started.
Yeah, that's a little bit tough to have your leadoff strikeout, especially after such a big half inning by your pitcher, by Atkinson, striking out the first 2 and getting a ground out for the third. But these Bearkat hitters, I know they're ready to hit. They'll just keep passing it down the line as Repka gets up there to hit.
It's Sundgren's 14th strikeout of the season. And 26 and a third inning pitched. Here's Luke Repka. Left-handed batter, pitch on the way. Did he take a bite at that one? He did for the strike, 0-1.
Tried to hold up, 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Looked good at first to him, and then he tried to hold up, but couldn't quite hold the swing.
Here's the next pitch. Boy, that one looked close, and it is a strike, 0-2 on that corner. Good pitch right there by Sundgren. Well, you mentioned earlier about a good steady diet of pitching. I've had a good steady diet of hamburgers lately. I got to lay off of those, BJ. Here's the 0-2. To the outside for the ball, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, you always come into the ballpark, there's always chances and opportunities to get something to eat here. It doesn't help you too much on the temptation aspect.
It's either a good diet or a bad diet. What you going to do? Here's a 1-2 pitch from the right hand. This one low. Boy, that one looked like it hit his left foot. It was in the dirt first, though. And that'll even us up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Luke Repka batting for Sam Houston. Bearkats trailing 2-1 here in the bottom of the second, 1 away.
Yeah, you'd love to get a little bit of this bottom of the lineup. Just try to find their way on base and just set up the top of the lineup for the Bearkats.
Here's the next one. This one over to left center. Oh, it's a 1-out single for the Bearkats. He'll stand tall, and Luke Repka getting a little bit of life here in the bottom of the second inning.
That's exactly what you want. You got Yannick coming up, and then McKenzie, and then you get to the top of the lineup. So if you do a little bit of damage in the bottom of the lineup, man, you could really set up the rest of your team and set up your pitcher to go back out there feeling strong about your offense.
Walter Yannick, 282 hitting this season. He's on base at 370 with runners on. 273. We'll see if he can work some magic here. The right-handed batter stands center in that box. Here's the first pitch to him. This one, hard hit over to the right. That's another base hit. Runner will come around over to third is Repka, And getting back in time is Yannick. So how about that? Back-to-back hits, baby. And the Bearkats looking good here in the bottom of the second with runners on first and third. There is a discussion, though, I believe. Wait a minute. Nope, they're going to say that's all good. There was a couple of those umpires were kind of shifting around out there.
Yeah, I think one umpire didn't see that the ball came out of the glove. You could see it on this side. Your first base umpire was on the other side of the first baseman. Couldn't see that it popped out of the glove, so he questioned it. Thought he might have been out, but the ball did come out on that play.
We'll go down to the bottom. The designated hitter, Anthony McKenzie. Left-handed batter for Sam Houston, 220 on the season. No home runs, 5 RBIs. A toss over to first, Sundgren over to Pena. By the way, we didn't set up that defense for you earlier. Peyton Lewis is the catcher. Pena is over at first. Cameron Gibbons at second. Justin Thompson over at third. And then Dalton Sheffield is the short for Texas State. From left to right, it's Ben McLean, Isaiah Ortega-Jones, and John Wuthridge. Here's the next pitch. That one too close to the inside. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 away on Anthony McKenzie for the Bearkats.
Yeah, you've got Thompson, the third baseman for the Bobcats, playing in pretty close to the grass. He's trying to be in position to either throw to home or get the double play, shorten that throw.
McKenzie again, keeping him fresh over there at first. 1-0 count, 1 away. Again, Sam Houston trailing 2-1, but looking good here in the bottom of the second inning with runners on 1 and 3.
Yeah, it looks like they're carrying that momentum from the SFA series, especially the last 2 games, swinging the bats and staying hot.
Here's the right-handed pitch to the left-handed batter. Too close to the inside. It's 2 balls, no strikes.
McKenzie did a real good job laying off of that one. That 82-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch, especially after some of those fastballs. You could see that he was maybe thinking fastball, then was able to read it out of the pitcher's hand and hold up and get a 2-0 count. That was a nice take by McKenzie.
Joe Harris, the home plate umpire. First base, Michael Durantes. And over at third is David Frame. Here's the next pitch. I call that one the inchworm at the belt line. Made him do the little wiggle, and it's a 3-0 count.
3-0 count, 1 out. McKenzie's just thinking, I got to get on. I would be very surprised if he's swinging here. I think he's got a take sign.
Bring out the take, a little shake and bake on a 3-0. Here's the delivery. It's on the way. This one goes foul off that first base line. First strike, 3-1.
Sirianni may just told him, we're just going to attack, because he was ready to swing on that 3-0 pitch. McKenzie was wanting to get that 14th hit on the season.
Looking forward here, 3-1. Sundgren taking his time. Another throw over to first, just in the nick of time, barely.
That was a close one.
Yeah, Yannick, good little lead off, and he dove, got back just in time on that first base bag.
Yeah, that would have been a little bit of a killer there with 1 out and getting a out at first on a pickoff attempt.
Here's Sundgren's right-handed pitch. Another one at the belt line. Walked him, and bases are loaded. Oh, baby, put the ducks on the pond. Little quack, quack, quack.
Set up your top of the lineup. We go up to Brewster now, Chadwick, and Wiskowski. This is exactly what you want. This is all you can ask for from your bottom 3 hitters, 7, 8, 9. Set the table for the top of your lineup. Give them the opportunity to drive in those ribeyes.
That'll bring up Lane Brewster. He is 1 for 1 today. Had that single, then came around and scored on the RBI back in the first. It's that only mark that's up there right now by Sam Houston, trailing 2-1. Here's the first pitch to him. And that one clipped the corner. A little late called strike there, 0-1.
Yeah, that was close there. Came off speed on that one, 83 miles an hour.
Again, bases loaded here for Sam Houston. Perfect opportunity, Lane Brewster. Trying to make it 2 for 2 today. The pitch on the way.
That's down.
Over the left.
Get down.
It will drop. That should bring in 2. Brewster around first, over to second. 2 runs coming in, and the Bearkats take the lead, baby. 3-2. All thanks to Lane Brewster. And the 2 RBI stand-up double.
And Brewster is pumping up his team out in the dugout. They're doing a little dance. What a drive. And down to the left field corner, down the line, tailing away from the left fielder, McLean. What a great swing. What a great drive. 2 ribeyes, or 1 ribeye on that one. Oh, we got 2 on that one.
Yep. So the stakes are cooking now here in Huntsville, Texas. It's a 3-2 lead for the Bearkats off the hot bats here, and they're going to have a discussion as the infield, actually it's Peyton Lewis, will come over there and coach talking to Travis Sundgren up on the mound. They're going to leave him in. And we'll go down to Clayton Chadwick. He's also 1-for-1, had that double back in the first inning, but then was out on part of that double play.
Yeah, and here's the thing, Rob. He's going out to have a talk because you've got runners on second and third, 1 out. You got Chadwick to bat, Wiskoski and Contreras following up. So you know he wants to make sure his pitcher doesn't let up right here. He's got some dangerous hitters coming up, so he's got to make sure he chats with them a little bit. Be careful. Come after him, but be careful.
So Brewster again just a few moments ago. That stand-up 2 RBI double. That forced McKenzie over to third. Brewster at second. And here's the first pitch to Chadwick. This one up center.
Yes.
Oh, baby, those bats remain hot. 1 will come in and score. 2 will come in to score. And the Bearkats looking strong here with a 3-run advantage, 5-2 in the bottom of the second.
You got to hear this crowd. Look at the dugout there, just getting excited, welcoming their guys in after scoring. These guys are ready to play. When you come here to the Don, you better be ready to play. And our guys are always ready to get up there at bat, show off what they can do.
All of this being done in 1-out territory. Sam Houston now the 3-run advantage, 5-2. Will go down to Justin Wiskoski. He's never the last one.
Oh, picked off.
Yeah, a little pickoff attempt here. Runner going to try to play a little hopscotch back and forth, running on that second base line and the tag and the out, and that will clear the base paths. So Chadwick is out after his 2 RBI single just a few moments ago, and we are 2 away.
Yeah, you had a chance to continue a big inning right there. You don't want to get picked off there at first, especially when you got Wiskoski up the bat and Contreras following him up.
5-2, Sam Houston advantage, putting up 4 here in the second. Here's the pitch on the way to Wiskoski. That one dropped in the zone for a strike, 0-1. Tell you one thing, when you come here, BJ, you're not going to watch paint dry at the Don. Here's the 0-1. This one over to short. Shuffield with the routine throw to first, and that will do it on a grounder over there. But Sam Houston taking care of business. 4 runs on 4 hits. No errors, nobody left on base. What an inning it was for the Bearkats as we are through 2. Top of the third coming up. Texas State back at bat. We'll be back in 60 seconds from Van Wagner. This is the Bearkats Sports Radio Network.
Hey y'all, Josh Ward here for Bill Fick Ford in Huntsville. If you want a real truck that looks good and that can pull any load, do what I did. Decide the options you want and go see No Bull Bill. You'll spec out your order and agree on pricing, and then leave the rest up to Bill Fick Ford. You trust them to build the Ford truck of your dreams, and they'll trust you to buy it. No deposit required, and you still get a No Bull deal. It's buying made easy. Bill Fick Ford, your No Bull headquarters. Check them out online, BillFickFordHuntsville.com.
For any of your shipping, faxing, copying, or notarizing needs, get on down to Pack and Ship. Big or small, they ship it all. Conveniently located right off 45 on Highway 30 next to Hobby Lobby. At Pack and Ship, there are no lines. They have a kind, experienced staff ready to help you. Pack and Ship, happily serving all residents of Walker County and the surrounding areas. Pack and Ship.
All right, friends, back at it here as we get things started at the top of the third inning. We've got a new pitcher on the mound for Sam Houston. It is Matt Rudis. He's 0-3 this season, 15 1/3 innings pitched, where Rudis has allowed 21 runs on 18 hits. 18 of those 21 runs were earned. He's walked 12, struck out 7, allowed 2 doubles, a triple, and a home run.
Yes, and so you got to feel good with Addison pitching 2 great innings, dynamite innings, especially after scoring, having 2 scored, and then shutting them down in the top of the second. So great job. I know they're just giving him a lot of props for coming out here and battling back after Bobcats got 2 on them early. So he's going to hand this off to the rest of the staff as we go into the bullpen. Again, this is where the difference is going to be made right here. Our relief pitching coming in, we have a higher batting average against, a higher ERA with our pitching staff. So they're going to have to hold down the fort. They've got a 5-2 lead, but even with this Bobcat team, it's not a safe lead. These guys can play. They're not ranked 20th in the country by accident. It's because these guys can hit, these guys can play, and they're not going to come here and just sit down. They're going to come out and attack.
We'll get things started here for Texas State. Right at the bottom of the order, we'll go 9-1-2. It's the center fielder, Isaiah Ortega-Jones, getting started. Here's the pitch on the way at the belt line inside. 1 ball, no strikes. No outs, just underway here in the top of the third as Texas State trailing 5-2. As mentioned earlier, Colin Atkinson in 2 innings. Next pitch on the way. Ball called 2-0. He went 2 innings, 2 runs, 2 hits. Both those runs were earned, struck out 3 and walked 1. Here's the 2-0 from Rudis's right hand. That one looked like it dropped in the zone, and it did for the strike, 2-1.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised they pulled Atkinson so early, just because he was dealing and hadn't gotten through all the way through the lineup yet. They hadn't seen him a second time.
Here's the next one. This one slapped over to Jefferson at short, makes the throw from the right hand to first, and man, just able to beat it out with Ortega-Jones. I mean, just in the nick of time.
Yeah, Jefferson was playing a deep short, and he was just able to get down the base path to beat that one out. That was going to be a tough one with as far back, as far deep short that Jefferson was playing. So they just got some work to do. Need to get that out at second. Just keep getting outs, even though they got some traffic on the bases.
That is your leadoff single there again for Ortega-Jones. We'll go back to the top. The left fielder, Ben McLean. He is 1 for 1 today. Left-handed batter with that left foot deep down in the corner of that box. In the left box, Rudis. Here's the delivery on the way.
Yeah, you got to be careful with him. He led off with a base hit to get things started in the top of the first for the Bobcats. So you definitely want to keep him off the base paths.
First pitch was a ball, just a little bit outreach. Rudis taking his time here. Now gets in motion. Left leg up, right-handed pitch. This one over to center, lining this one. Chadwick making the grab with the left glove, stretched out into the air at center field, and we are 1 away here in the top of the third.
Yeah, Chadwick made a good range over at first. He thought it may tail away from him just a little bit, but it held up for him to be able to get under it, and the runner at first went halfway just to check, just in case the wind may have pushed it past him, but went back to first base.
Next up here is Dalton Shuffield. He had that RBI triple back earlier in the first.
Yeah, getting that out on McLean is a big deal, especially with the runner already at first and their big hitter coming up to the plate. So another out here would prove to go very well for the Bearkats.
Sheffield 1 for 1. Good hitter, 418. You talked about how he's one of the top on this Texas State team this season. A couple of throws by Rudis over to Wiskoski at first, keeping Ortega-Jones at bay over there with 1 out. Again, top of the third we are. Texas State trails 5-2. Here's the pitch. This one over to second, making the grab. Lloyd to second, to first. The double play. Oh, mama. Look at that defense of the Bearkats out there with a double play.
That is exactly what you want from your defense. Set it up perfectly, getting the turn from second to first. This is what you wanted. After coming out, getting 4 in the bottom of the second, shutting them down for the top of the third gives you life, because guess what? You've got Contreras coming to lead it off in the bottom of the third, and you just want to keep this Bearkat train going, handing it off batter to batter.
We're through 2.5. Bottom of the third coming up. The Bearkats back at bat. When we come back in 60 seconds from Van Wagner, this is the Bearkats Sports Radio Network.
Join the Sam Houston State University Alumni Association. For only $35 a year, your membership helps provide scholarship assistance, plus networking, a travel program, discounts on home and auto insurance, car rentals, event tickets, and much more. Connect with your Bearkat pride and spirit by joining the Alumni Association. Go online, alumni.shsu.edu. As a member, you can be a part of something bigger. The Sam Houston State University Alumni Association. Join today.
Curious about what real estate agents enjoy the most? It's about reminding our clients that dreams really do come true. RE/MAX is the #1 real estate company nationwide. RE/MAX Prime Properties is a locally owned family business in Huntsville. Need a realtor knowledgeable in our area? Call one of our experienced agents and let us guide you home. RE/MAX Prime Properties is located at 1215 Financial Plaza, Huntsville, Texas, and is a proud partner of SHSU Athletics. Eat 'em up, Cats.
I got it here, friends. Getting underway in the bottom of the third. Rob Hipp alongside DJ McMichael. 4, 5, and 6 at bat for Sam Houston. They will start with the hot bat of Carlos Contreras. He is 0 for 1. He grounded one over to third for the second out back in the first. And the way this young man has been playing, he is due for one here. First pitch is on the way to the left-handed batter. Just inside that corner, 82-mile-an-hour curveball. Got him for a strike in the zone, 0-1.
Yeah, just in case you missed it in the pregame, Contreras is the whack hitter of the week once again.
Third week in a row.
Third week in a row.
He'll slap this one foul off that first base line.
9 RBIs in the rubber game versus SFA, and that was a record, single-game school record for Sam Houston Bearkats in that 10-4 win over SFA. Anytime you beat SFA, that is a good day.
Quick 2 pitches, 0-2 count. This one hit fouls. It flies over the back net and keep the bat alive here for Carlos Contreras. Yeah, that record had been standing since 2007, and so that record now broken thanks to that hot bat of Carlos Contreras. Have a friend joining us, not sure who it is, saying they're listening from Elks Boulevard here in Huntsville. Didn't get a name on it, but we wanted to say hello to you. Here's the 0-2. This one over to center. It'll drop just below the SH logo in center field, and Carlos Contreras with a leadoff single over to first.
My goodness, how do you get that guy out? You just don't get him out very often. It looks like it's more of a fluke in the first time he came up to bat. This guy is just a monster at the plate, breaking at the plate. He's seeing the ball so well. It's so much fun to watch him as he gets into it.
We'll go to Easton Lloyd. He's 0 for 1 as he popped one up over to second for the third and final out back in the first. And, boy, they may go ahead and pull Sundgren here. This is the second time. Is there any action over that bullpen?
Yep, they got somebody coming out from the bullpen.
So that will do it for Sundgren. And Texas State does have someone running out from the bullpen here. Trying to get a number. That's a really awkward angle of that young man that's running up here. We'll have it for you in just a minute. We'll go ahead and take 90 seconds. We'll have that young man for you when we come back. Again, in 90 seconds from Van Wagner, this is the Bearkat Sports Radio Network.
On the field or just on the go, UT Physicians Orthopedics is with you during life's unexpected stumbles. We offer comprehensive treatment options, on-site imaging, and personalized care. With locations across the greater Houston area, you can find care close to home. Visit utphysicians.com or call 888-4UT-DOCS to schedule an appointment today. Better healthcare starts with you. UT Physicians.
Hey Huntsville sports fans, this is Rob Hipp for Hit Solutions. Hit Solutions faithfully serves our community in several ways. First, our real estate division. We assist you with finding that piece of property that brings you home. Second, Hit Solutions Player Development provides instruction for baseball and softball players. And third, Hit Solutions is a supporter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, helping to lead every coach and athlete into a growing relationship with Christ. Hit Solutions is ready to serve you. Visit us online at HITTSS.com.
Need service work on your vehicle? Then drop on by Wagner Huntsville and meet the new service and shop managers to see what better customer service feels like. Meet their GM factory-trained technicians who are skilled with state-of-the-art factory diagnostic equipment. Wagner service hours Monday through Saturday are convenient and local shuttle service is readily available. Experience the service difference at Wagner Huntsville.
Back at it, friends. Rob Hipp alongside BJ McMichael here at the Don. Sam Houston leads Texas State 5-2. They've got one on. They got a new pitcher out there on the mound. Travis Sundgren will finish with 2 innings pitched, allowing 5 runs on 7 hits. All 5 of those runs were earned. He struck out 1, walked 1, 33 total pitches. He is responsible for Contreras over at first. And now it is Carson Keithley, the redshirt freshman out of Alvin, Texas, on the mound, the left-handed pitcher, BJ.
Yes, and on the season, he has a 3.07 ERA, 2 wins, 0 losses, 10 appearances. Doesn't have a start yet. 14 2/3 innings pitched, 10 hits against him, 5 earned runs, 8 walks, and 12 strikeouts. Batters are batting .204 against him.
Easton Lloyd here for Sam Houston, trying to keep things rocking and rolling. The first pitch from the left-handed pitcher on the way. This one up center. That one right up the middle, baby. And we've got runners on 1 and 2.
Can you just, I just imagine Sirianni before the game said, we are just going to attack. We're going to keep our foot on the pedal. We're going to swing at the first pitch. If you like it, drive it. How many pitches have we seen driven right back up the middle? They are ready. They're sitting on it, just driving it and taking one base at a time.
The Bearkats 8 of 13 overall hitting at .615. They have simply been hot, hot, hot. Here is the first pitch to Miles Jefferson. And this one fouled off that third base line. It'll bounce into the wall. The early count 0-1. He is 0 for 1 today.
Yeah, another first pitch swing. I mean, they're just coming after these Bobcat pitchers. So they've got nothing on their mind except hitting and hitting it to open spaces.
Sam Houston also doing very well with runners on. 5 for 8 at .625. Here's the next pitch on the way. This one on the right. Another one will drop. This will score at least one. And how about that? Runners over at first and third, diving in plenty of time, and it's an RBI single. The stakes are cooking here tonight in Huntsville, Texas. You better go get them because they're going to run out of them. That was Miles Jefferson bringing in Carlos Contreras for the 6th run. Bearkats lead 6-2, no outs here in the bottom of the third.
I love what Jefferson did. He had an outside pitch. He just went with it. Dropped it right over the first baseman's head in the shallow right field. You got runners on. You're driving them around. You got runners on the corners. Attack, attack, attack. They are not shrinking back from these Bobcats. These Bearkats are ready to play.
We'll go 7th in the order. The third baseman, it's Luke Repka. He is 1 for 1. The bottom of this order has scored 3 runs here for Sam Houston tonight. The first pitch just out of his reach, 87 miles an hour for the strike. The count 0-1 on Luke Repka.
Yeah, Repka questioned that one just a little bit, looking back at blue at the umpire, wondering if that was a little too high in the strike zone.
Repka and Yannick all both singling earlier in the first. Here is a wild pitch. That will score another run. And a runner will advance over to second in scoring position. So Lloyd comes in and scores on the wild pitch. Repka to 1-1 count, and the Bearkats adding the insurance, baby. 7-2 with 2 runs here in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, you'll take them any way you can get them, and it's just Bearkats coming out here on fire.
One ball, one strike to Luke Repka. Here is the left-handed pitch to the left-handed batter. This one swung on, hit foul, goes way over the Bearkat country press box. And the count at 1-2.
Another first pitch swing, attacking the ball. I mean, you're playing right now with house money. You've got 7-2 lead, runner at second, no outs. I mean, you just get a chance to drive it.
Here's the next one, high upstairs, 2-2. Even us here, no outs.
You got to believe the Bobcats are just a little bit shell-shocked here. They're probably used to their team being the ones to be up 7-2 at this moment. But again, coming in here in the dawn for your Sam Houston Bearkats, it's not an easy task for anybody.
Keithley on the mound. Here's the 2-2 pitch. This one up over to center. Short making the throw to first, and we are 1 away, but that will advance Jefferson over to third. Sheffield kind of shifted in over there off that second base bag as the shortstop. Threw that one over to first, and we are 1 away. We'll go down to Walter Yannick now, 8th in the order, the catcher who singled, came around and scored back in the second. Again, Bearkats leading 7-2, 1 out here in the bottom of the third. They have scored in every inning so far tonight. Here's the first pitch. That one across the zone for a strike at 85 miles an hour, 0-1 on Yannick.
Yeah, and even though that's the first out of the inning, you'll take it. You advance the runner to third. You have a 7-2 lead. You're just wanting to get as many runs as you can. So that was a great hit, great play.
Here's the next one. Swung around and missed. He took a 81 mile an hour offering there off speed at 0-2.
And right now, your Bobcat defense, they are playing on the grass. You can tell for them, they want to cut down that run from third base. They don't want him scoring and let the Bearkats go up 8-2. So you can see how important that run is even on third base.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. High to the outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 away on Walter Yannick.
I have a feeling anything on the ground is most likely going to score Jefferson from third.
Here is that 1-2. This one over to left. That's a single. An RBI, maybe a double. As it goes over to left, he'll round first. Now comes back. It's an RBI single. Hot, hot, hot. The Bearkats continue, leading 8-2. That one will bring in Miles Jefferson.
They are just wearing out that third base line. Left fielder is having a ton of McLean out there in left field is just having a ton of work coming his way. Nothing he can do about it. The balls are just sharply hit, going away from him with the swing and with the wind. The Bearkats are just out hitting at this moment 10-3.
This will bring up Anthony McKenzie. AMAC is 0 for 0 today. The first one inside. 80 or 77-mile-an-hour curveball inside the zone for the strike. The count 0-1.
I believe right now that's 2 for 2 for Yannick. Hopefully he has a game like he had against the Baylor Bears.
I mentioned AMAC is 0 for, but he did reach on the walk, came around and scored. Here's the 0-1 offer. This one slapped up over to short, looking for the double. Actually, he's just going to throw to first in time, and we are 2 outs away. So Sheffield there. The out as Yannick advances over to second. And McKenzie is out.
Yeah, that's all. That's the only play he had. That was a slow roller going to shortstop, pulled him in past the grass. He had no shot at second base, so just went ahead and made sure to get the sure out at first. But here's the great thing: Brewster coming up. You got a runner. You got a runner in scoring position at second.
Brewster, how about his effort so far tonight? 2 for 2. Here's a pitch to the left-handed batsman. Drop in too low for the ball. 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, Sirianni putting him in that lead-off spot for tonight. Looks like a great call for today already.
Had the single back in the first and the double back in the second. That was a 2 RBI double, by the way. Now a little pick attempt over at second. Back in just the amount of time there was Walter Yannick, who was eagerly awaiting in scoring position over at second. Again, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Bearkats put up 1 mark in the first, 4 runs in the second, and 3 so far here in the third. Trying to do more damage here in 2-out territory. Lane Brewster, by the way, only coming in at 171. He's 2 for 2 today. Shows bunt, pulls back on it, and that one checked down to the first place umpire, called a strike. 1-1.
Tell you in that previous play, lefties have such an advantage when they're having pickoff attempts. Their moves to first. Yeah, there they go. Take it because they do. They're so tough to read coming to the plate, and they have great pickoff attempts.
Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way. Drop in the strike zone for the strike. 1-2. 82-mile-an-hour curve.
Yeah, that was a good pitch right there. Had him guessing, I believe.
Sam Houston, how about 10 of 17, 588 tonight?
They're just on fire.
Here's the 1-2.
Ooh.
A little close on the inside there to even us up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah. If that would have hit him, I don't know if the umpire would have given that to him. It almost looked like he was sticking the leg out there to get the hit.
The old leg dangle. Here's the 2-2. Swung around and missed, and that will finally end the damage. But Sam Houston taking care of business in this inning, scoring 3 runs on 4 hits, and only 1 left on base. Sam Houston, a commanding 8-2 lead after 3. We'll go to the top of the 4th, and we'll be back in 60 seconds from Van Wagner. This is the Bearkats Sports Radio Network.
Hey, y'all. Josh Ward here for Bill Fick Ford in Huntsville. If you want a real truck that looks good and that can pull any load, do what I did. Decide the options you want and go see No Bull Bill. You'll spec out your order and agree on pricing, and then leave the rest up to Bill Fick Ford. You trust them to build the Ford truck of your dreams, and they'll trust you to buy it. No deposit required, and you still get a No Bull deal. It's buying made easy. Bill Fick Ford, your No Bull headquarters. Check them out online, BillFickFordHuntsville.com.
COVID-19 rapid testing is available at Express Urgent Care in Huntsville. No symptoms needed. So now you can get tested even faster and get your results back faster too. Limited shots are left. Not sure which test is right for you? Express Urgent Care is happy to help. For more details, call 936-570-2626. No appointments needed. Walk-ins only. Express Urgent Care Clinic, located at 193 I-45 South. Check their website at TexpressUrgentCare.com and visit them on Facebook. That's Texpress Urgent Care, next to Sport Clips in Huntsville.
Back at it here live from Huntsville, Texas, at Bedon Sanders Stadium. Rob Hipp, BJ McMichael, Sam Houston baseball leading 20th ranked Texas State 8-2. as we're about to get underway here in the top of the fourth inning. And for Texas State, now back at bat, they will go 3, 4, and 5, starting with the right fielder, John Wuthridge, followed by Jose Gonzalez, and then Justin Thompson. Been a good one so far for Sam Houston. We'll see if the pitching of Matt Rudis can keep up here.
John Wuthridge.
Rudis came in after 2 innings for Colton Atkinson, who had a stellar performance. Here's the first pitch on the way.
Oh,
this one's a boomer out over the left. This thing may go out of here.
He's not even going to go for it.
Yeah, not even going for it. That one is out of here. So one pitch, and the 7th home run of the season for John Wuthridge will go way over the 375 mark. And out of the ballpark here at the Dawn to give one lone run here for Texas State to start things in the top of this 4th inning.
Yeah, Chadwick did not even go after that. When he turned, looked, saw that it was right over that left center field, so almost dead center. That was a bomb that he just hit. Wuthridge just hit that left out of here in a hurry. You like the movie, someone had a plane ticket on that one because that one left fast and in a hurry.
Here's Jose Gonzalez. That pitch, the curveball drops in the zone for the strike 0-1. Now that bomb went all the way to Bomber Stadium over in Bryan a little bit ago.
Man, I wouldn't be surprised if it bounced out there on Sycamore. He hit that a rocket.
Here's the 0-1. Swung on, hit fouls. It goes way over the net. Behind the back, and the count at 0-2.
That just goes to show you this Bobcat team, they're not going to just sit down and mail it in. They're going to keep swinging. Their hitters are going to come up and keep batting and keep staying at it.
Here's Rudis' 0-2 pitch. This one is foul off the first base line. It'll bounce in front of the Bobcat dugout off that first base side. Jose Gonzalez stays alive on an 0-2 count. His team trailing 8-3 here in the top of the 4th.
I mean, we as a Bearkat fan, I would hope the score for them ends, in 3, but you never know. Adding those runs on, how big of a deal those are in the moment.
Here's the pitch, swung on and missed. Nice little off speed at 77 miles an hour. The swing and a miss for the first out.
Yeah, I like that pitch by Rudis. It came off a little off speed pitch. He was ready. I'm guessing he was looking fastball. Changed it up just a little bit. Got him swinging.
That's the first strikeout of the night by Matt Rudis. And that will take us to 5th in the order. The third baseman, it's Justin Thompson. Here's the pitch and the hit over to right. It drops just foul. I mean, talking about maybe a foot and a half out there on the corner off that first base line, 0-1. Thompson, by the way, is 0 for 1 as he struck out swinging for the third and final out back in the first on a 2-2 pitch.
Yeah, I'm telling you, up the middle and down the baselines, those have been worn out tonight by both teams.
I'm going to have to bring the paint out here. It's not the chalk on this turf. It's the paint.
It's the paint.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
He had him guessing on that one. That was just a swing to try to make contact. Had him off on that one.
Here's the next one. Quick in the delivery. This one up over center. And that's a nice little one-out single as it went right out of the reach of Jefferson, who was trying to make the diving grab down there, and it was just out of the reach of his glove. So, again, a leadoff single there. Good hit by Thompson to give his team a little bit of life here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, Jefferson made a great attempt at that one. Almost came up with the play. I'm not sure if he would have had the throw. He'd had to pop up pretty quick and get that ball over. So, probably a base hit no matter what, but Jefferson making a great attempt. Great hustle out there at shortstop.
Dalen Pena 0 for 1 today. He was the second strikeout. Part of that 3 in a row by Colton Atkinson. Here's the first pitch to him. Curveball in the box for the strike, 0-1. Good pitch right there, 75-mile-an-hour curve.
Just dialed in right now. At Atkinson beginning with the Bearkats, or after in the second inning, and now with Rudis, seem to be finding their mark.
0-1, 1 away. Here's Rudis' right-handed pitch. And that one a ball. It was too close to the inside. Throwing a couple of off speeds now. Another one at 78 miles an hour to even us up at 1 across the board.
Yeah, but I like Rudis. He's just getting there in position, ready for the batter. As soon as he's ready to bring it.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. Top of the 4th we are. Here's the pitch on the way. Oh. Boy, you have to duck under that one. There's a hailstorm coming. Get under the table, 2-1.
Yeah, I'm sure he had different plans for that one. Batter was able to get out of the way. Pena just in time before he got hit in the helmet.
That was a reference back to my grandmother's house when I was growing up. We got under the dining room table during a hailstorm. Even though you're in the house.
In the house.
Yeah, a little toss over to first, and I'll never forget it. You never forget it. It was my wonderful great-grandmother. She was in her 80s, and I was just a little kid. I remember her getting under the table, and she said, "We got to get under. The hailstorm's coming."
Sure, y'all didn't live in a tent?
No, we lived in a house. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Across the plate for a strike as he looked at it on the 85-mile-an-hour heater. It's 2-2.
Yeah, it was a good placement on that pitch, right on the outside corner. Pena looking at taking it all the way, asking the umpire probably how close was that to the outside.
Texas State trailing 8-3 here in the top of the fourth. They put up a run on that home run to lead off while ago by Wuthridge. I believe it was his 7th of the season. Rudis keeps tossing him over to Wishkoski at first. That is where Justin Thomas, who had that one-out single moments ago, eagerly awaiting to get into scoring position or more. Here's the 2-2 pitch from the right hand to the outside. Runner going to take off, trying to steal to second, and he is safe. Oh, man, if he was safe, I'm telling you, it was just by the hair of his chinny chin.
Yeah, you got to credit Yannick on that one. That was a tough pitch, and he made that a close play at second. How he come up throwing on that one to even make it close. And Jefferson almost had the tag on an overslide there by Thompson.
Walter Yannick, the catcher, does such a good job. He's so alert. His baseball IQ is through the roof for this Bearkat team. Here's the first payoff that we've seen all night. Rudis getting set for it. Here it is on the way. This one slapped over to short. Jefferson picks it up, throw to first. And that one is in time for the second out. Runner will advance over to third. It's Thompson, but we are in 2-out territory now.
That was such a great play, such a great pickup by Wishkoski. Jefferson got the ball, got it over to first on the hop with the dig. Wishkoski making sure that runner advanced to third but didn't go any further. That was a good out to get. Even though you advance the runner, you would take the out and try to get this third out.
That will bring up Peyton Lewis. He is 0 for 1, struck out swinging on a 1-2 pitch for the second out, back in the second to the left-handed batter. First pitch drops in the zone for the strike, 0-1.
Yeah, if that happened to pitch earlier, that was perfectly set up for a double play. Had the stolen base not happened the play before that.
Here's the 0-1 offer. Whoa, this one swings. The bat will fly in front of the Texas State dugout. And that's an 0-2. Bat flying all the way down over there. And luckily, you heard the woes and the oohs and the ahs, and nobody was in the area, and that's a good thing.
And maybe going to get a different bat with a little bit more stickum on it. Just fortunate enough that didn't get somewhat of the first baseline stands. You never want a bat flying, especially a metal bat, flying into stands. That could really cause some damage and not so fun night at the ballpark.
New bat is out there to the left-handed batter. Peyton Lewis, 0-2 count. Rudis. Well, I'll tell you what, Justin Thompson was way off that third base, and
he was.
Rudis kind of tossed him a little hello out there. Got him back on third. Here is that 0-2. This one, hard hit foul. Little cell back behind the Bearkat training facility. Speaking of training, a lot of training going on today over at Bearkat, over at Bowers, as it was pro day. A lot of NFL scouts were in town here in Huntsville, representing most every NFL team. A lot of talent on that Bearkat football team. Here's the 0-2. This one also fouled into the net. Of course, keeping their eyes out there on McCollum. He made such a tremendous impact during the combine.
What did he run? A 4?
I mean, don't get me line, man.
Man.
A 4 very fast.
Very fast. Way to represent Sam Houston Bearkats.
Saw Ife Ade out there. Here's the 0-2 pitch. This one hit him. That's the first time the tattoo shop's going to open up tonight. So Lewis will reach on the hit by pitch. Yeah, talking more about that. A lot of those guys, of course, part of that 2020 FCS National Champion team. I mentioned Ife Ade, who was out there. Matt McRobert, the punter from Australia. He always jokes around he's the old man of the team at 24. And then, also Jaquez Ezra. Those guys all had a good showing.
Ife Ade, never forget the call that you guys had, him catching that pass, that go-ahead pass in the end zone. Such a great day for a Bearkat, this Bearkat fan, I know for sure.
Bring up Cameron Gibbons. Back to the baseball talk here. Gibbons so far 0 for 1 today. First pitch in the zone for the strike, 0-1, 2 away. The run did come in and score on that home run earlier. That's the only mark that we see up there right now in this inning. Sam Houston trying to keep Texas State at bay here. The runner remaining over at first.
Yeah, Rudis,
and third.
Except for that home runs, really had a solid inning. Yeah, you got some traffic on the base paths, and a little bit shaky, but
here's the 0-1, a little bit low to even us up at 1 ball and a strike with 2 outs. So again, runners on first and third base. It is Lewis who was reached over there on that hit by a pitch just moments ago, and then Thompson, he singled and advanced over to third previously. But again, 2 outs. Sam Houston trying to keep more runs off the board here and get out of this inning. 1-1 as the wind picks up, goes across the plate for a strike, an 88-mile-an-hour fastball to take us to a 1-2 count.
Yeah, you could hear that one up here too. 88 miles an hour, popping that catcher's glove. Rudis, man, would he love? He would love a strikeout. I think the bench, they might come jumping out and greeting him if he can get it this last strikeout.
Here's that 1-2. This one over to short, takes a bounce. The throw to second, and that will do it. Good job out there, easy for Miles Jefferson over to Lloyd.
Man,
as that one will force out Peyton Lewis.
Tell you what, Jefferson made that one look so easy. That was a shot in a short hop. Jefferson played it on the short hop, got it to second base. That is not an easy play for a shortstop.
In that fourth inning for Texas State, they score 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on base. We've had a clean game so far for the first 3.5. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Sam Houston leads 8-3. We'll be back in 60 seconds from Van Wagner. This is the Bearkat Sports Radio Network.
For any of your shipping, faxing, copying, or notarizing needs, get on down to Pack and Ship. Big or small, they ship it all. Conveniently located right off 45 on Highway 30 next to Hobby Lobby. At Pack and Ship, there are no lines. They have a kind, experienced staff ready to help you. Pack and Ship, happily serving all residents of Walker County and the surrounding areas. Pack and Ship.
Join the Sam Houston State University Alumni Association. For only $35 a year, your membership helps provide scholarship assistance, plus networking, a travel program, discounts on home and auto insurance, car rentals, event tickets, and much more. Connect with your Bearkat pride and spirit by joining the Alumni Association. Go online, alumni.shsu.edu. As a member, you can be a part of something bigger. The Sam Houston State University Alumni Association. Join today.
All right, friends, welcome back. Rob Hipp, BJ McMichael, live from Huntsville, Texas. We get underway here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Sam Houston leads 8-3, and a new pitcher on the mound. It's the 3rd one of the night for Texas State. It's Cameron Bush.
Cameron Bush, he's got a 4.40 ERA on the season. 1 win, 1 loss with 8 appearances. No games started, but 14 and 1/3 innings pitched. 8 hits against him, 7 earned runs, 9 walks, and 19 strikeouts. And opponents are only batting 160 on him. So they definitely want to hold the Bearkats where they are, 8-3. So they're bringing in Bush to do just that.
Cameron Bush, the right-handed pitcher, 6'2", 198 out of Round Rock, Texas. And Round Rock High School, the Dragons, that's a 6A program, a powerhouse in the Lone Star State. And that's who's out there right now getting those warm-up pitches. He's had a lot of experience, though, here in the Sun Belt, going all the way back to 2018 and 19 when he redshirted. Of course, coached by John Carter over there at Round Rock. That is the brother of Congressman Carter from that area. I know that family very well. And he helped the Dragons back in his high school last season go 32-10. They reached the UIL 6A Region 2 and 4 finals. He finished that season 10-3 record, a 1.9 ERA. This is a very good young man out here on the mound. Here's the first pitch on the way to Clayton Chadwick, and the fastball at 90 miles an hour is 0-1. That may have been only the 2nd or 3rd pitch that we've seen tonight by any pitcher anywhere that's over 90.
Yeah, you had
here's the 0-1, swung on, hit into the backstop to bring us to an 0-2 count. time here as Clayton Chadwick will step back. He's 2 for 2 today. Here's the pitch on the way. The left-handed batter high upstairs to the outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good eye, Clayton Chadwick.
Yeah, Chadwick going for 2 for 2, and you got Wyszkowski and Contreras following up behind. He wants to set the table once again.
Here is the 1-2. Well, that looked close, but he was also kind of leaning in. It's called a ball. 2-2. We'll take it.
Absolutely take that one. Got the wind starting to pick up again, going about 13 to 15 miles an hour wind.
Here is the 2-2 offering. Swing and a miss for the first out. That will bring up Justin Wyszkowski, who is 0 for 2 today. And when you're 0 for 2,
you're due. That's right. Wyszkowski, love to get a hit right here. Having a great year, great season so far for your Sam Houston Bearkats.
Again, Justin Wyszkowski here. The first pitch places the bunt right up to the mound, the throw, or right up to the hill, and he's out. So one pitch, a little out there. As Cameron Bush easily able to grab that one, threw it over to Pena at first, and we're 2 away.
Yeah, this is great sinking right there just for trying to get on. You're trying to get on to get Contreras up with someone on the base path, but he just bunted it straight to the pitcher. Pitcher with an easy ground ball, throw over to first. But, hey, it's great sinking, small ball. Even though you're up 8-3, get runners on, get them in play for Contreras.
Contreras, 100 at-bat of the season, the 1-2 today, 1 for 2 today, and the first pitch on his way. It's an 82-mile-an-hour off-speed right in the square for the strike, 0-1. Contreras again, 1 for 2 today. And the RBI single back in the third eventually came around and scored. Here's the next pitch, quickly, swing and a miss, 0-2.
Well, you got a quick 2-strike count and quick 2 outs. You see why they're bringing Bush in at this moment, trying to stop the bleeding for the Bobcats. Just try to keep these Bearkats off the base
Here's
paths.
the third pitch to Contreras. This time it's a little bit too low. Looked at it for the ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. Sam Houston leads 8-3 here in the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, Bush certainly thought he had a strikeout right there. Strikeout looking, but umpire did not agree.
Here's the pitch. That one low there in the tag. Got him for the third and final out. Kind of got away from him, and the catcher dropped it and then tagged him for the third and final out. So 1-2-3 inning. And that will take us through 4. Top of the 5th coming up. We'll have that right back for you when we come back in 60 seconds. From Van Wagner, this is the Bearkat Sports Radio Network.
Curious about what real estate agents enjoy the most? It's about reminding our clients that dreams really do come true. RE/MAX is the #1 real estate company nationwide. RE/MAX Prime Properties is a locally owned family business in Huntsville. Need a realtor knowledgeable in our area? Call one of our experienced agents and let us guide you home. RE/MAX Prime Properties is located at 1215 Financial Plaza, Huntsville, Texas, and is a proud partner of SHSU Athletics. Eat 'em up, Cats.
Hey, Huntsville sports fans, this is Rob Hipp for Hit Solutions. Hit Solutions faithfully serves our community in several ways. First, our real estate division. We assist you with finding that piece of property that brings you home. Second, Hit Solutions Player Development provides instruction for baseball and softball players. And third, Hit Solutions is a supporter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, helping to lead every coach and athlete into a growing relationship with Christ. Hit Solutions is ready to serve you. Visit us online at hittss.com.
Back at it, friends, here, getting started, top of the 5th. Good friend over here, Mr. Tim Rushing, saying hello. Always good to see him in the house. As we get started, it's always a great bunch of Bearkat fans here, BJ. Tim Rushing's one of them. Been so connected and committed to this community for so long. Does a great job. We love him. We appreciate him. Always good to see you, my friend. We'll get started here again as Texas State looking to get back into this one, trailing 8-3. Rudis remains on the hill here for the Bearkats as we get underway in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, and you got to be careful with Ortega Jones here because he beat out a play to first and it was a hit to shortstop. Jefferson just couldn't make the play in time because of the speed, so you got to be careful.
Here's the first pitch. It's the inchworm at his belt line. 1 ball, no strikes to get things started here for Isaiah Ortega Jones. 9-1-2 to get things going here in this inning. Here's the next pitch, quickly in rhythm. Pulled back on it, chopped. This one takes a bounce. Catcher throws. Yannick to first. Did he get him? Oh, baby, what a play! It was an absolute dart thrown by Yannick over to Wyszkowski for the first out.
I was agreeing with my buddy Chris Wilkinson up here. We both were saying, let it go foul. Let it go foul. But Yannick picked it up, threw it over to first base, got the out in time for the speedy Ortega-Jones.
I'm telling you, that ball thrown like a laser from Yannick. And I talked about him earlier. Does such a great job at that position behind the plate, and we saw it right there. It'll go back to the top now. The left fielder, Ben McLean, who is 1 for 2 today. Line one over to center for the first out, back in the third. First pitch there out of his reach for a ball, 1-0 count, one away.
Yeah, and it's just, as a catcher, you watch baseball being played. Catcher is the toughest position to play. You got to call a good game. You got to be the captain on the field. You got to be aware at all times.
Here is the 1-0 from the right hand to the left-handed batter. That one dropped in the square for a strike to even us up. Aces across the board.
That was a great off-speed pitch. Again, had him guessing there. Couldn't take the bat off the shoulders. Evens it up 1-1.
Our good friend Terry texting us on the Bearkat fan text line earlier. This one, that's hit up center. Goes right up that right power alley. So a little one-out single here for Ben McLean.
Yeah, and it brings up Sheffield. So you want to be careful here with one of their best hitters. You don't want to give them any type of momentum here, even though it is at the top of the fifth. You just want to shut it down early. So, hey, this would be a great time for a double play, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. William Hubner joining us also in the booth. Appreciate you, William, as always. It's Dalton Sheffield, 1 for 2. Hitting .413 this season. Here's the first pitch. That one inside, ball 1-0.
Maybe if Yannick would have held on to that one, may have gotten the strike call from the umpire, but unable to hang on to the pitch, so it is a ball.
Joe Harris is behind the plate here tonight. Mentioned that earlier as the umpire. Michael Durantis over at first. Third base umpire has moved over to second base now. I believe that's David Frame. There is nobody over there at third. 1-0 count, one away. Texas State trails 8-3 here in the top of this fifth inning. Next pitch on the way. Swung around and missed to even us up at 1-1. Man, what a pitch there. A little 75-mile-an-hour outspeed, and Sheffield was trying to knock this one out of here.
Yeah, that was a really great pitch. I'm interested to see how Rudis comes after Sheffield here. This is a guy you definitely want to get out, but you don't want to leave anything over the plate.
Yeah, 6 home runs this season. That one looked like it dropped in, but they're going to say it was too low, 2-1. I don't think some of the Bearkat fans were happy with that.
I don't think so. I think it was too close to, especially for a Bearkat fan, to agree that that was a ball.
May have been a TCTC, too close to call. Rudis setting to deliver. Boy, taking some time. Now the pitch is on the way, 2-1.
Yeah, just
trying out of the reach.
Yeah, trying to be careful here with Sheffield. Again, you don't want to leave it out over the middle of the plate. You don't want to give him an opportunity to move that runner at first around with one out. You just want to be careful, but you also want to try to come at him just a little bit.
3 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. This one low to the outside, and he'll reach on a one-out walk. That'll force McLean, or force the batter McLean over to second base now in scoring position, and Sheffield reaches on a walk.
That doesn't hurt too much. I mean, certainly you don't want to put a runner into scoring position, but you still are set up for a double play. You're still set up for a force out at first, second, or third. You're just looking to get the out.
John Wethrich now at bat, 1 for 1 today. Down on a double play back in third. This pitch a little bit out of the reach here for a ball. Luckily, Yannick able to stay behind it, 1-0 count.
Yeah, Yannick made a great stop there, especially with a runner at second. You just don't want them advancing with one out and put a runner at third, which a sac fly or a ground ball could drive him in. So great stop there by the catcher, Yannick.
Yeah, Wethrich had that solo home run back in the fourth, his 7th of the season. This is a young man that can hit. 22 RBIs. Here's the next pitch. Low to the outside. Could have been in the corner, but a ball is called, 2-0.
Yeah, you got Rudis struggling just a little bit here with the last 2 batters, trying to be careful, but at this point in time, you're running out of bases to put them on, so you got to come after them just a little bit.
Runners on 1 and 2. Here's the 2-0 right-handed pitch. This time, clipped the corner for a strike. 85-mile-an-hour fastball to bring us to a 2-1 count.
Yeah, that was a good pitch to come back with to put it at 2-1 for Rudis.
Sheffield over at first, reached on the walk. McLean over at second after he singled and forced over to second on that walk earlier. 2-1 count here to Wuthridge. Here's the pitch. On the way, swing and a miss for the second strike.
Yeah, he had a tough time catching up to that one. That was a great pitch by Rudis. You're glad to have this pitcher, this batter at 2-2. You'd love it even more if you can get a strikeout here.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Looking for the strikeout here is Rudis. Wuthridge at bat for Texas State. Here's the pitch on its way. This one popped up foul way. This one may be the first one that drops into the little berm area tonight. No kiddos out there, but the older kiddos is going to take off after that one.
Yeah. I don't know if he knows you don't get snow cones anymore.
Yeah.
No snow cones anymore. But no, it's still sitting out there.
We got a young kiddo in front of us and an older kiddo that ran after it. I would hand it off to the younger kiddo. Here's the 2-2.
Oh.
That one just outside for a ball to bring us to a full count at 3-2.
Oh, you know, Yannick wanting that for his pitcher, wanted the umpire to ring him up on that one, but instead it goes to a full count.
I thought Tim Rushing was going to run out there after it a while ago. Looking for a payoff pitch here. 3-2-1 on the board. A little countdown action. Rudis picks up on it. Takes a moment. Just wants to keep those runners at bay at first and second. Well, again, that Bearcat fan text line is open. We'd love to hear from you tonight. Text us at 512-522-9105. Again, 512-522-9105. Let us know where you're listening from, who you're cheering on. We'll get to those throughout the game. Here's the payoff on the way. This one. Hit foul. That one will sell into the road and takes a bounce off the concrete wall that's back there now. And the count remains 3-2 in the at-bat live here for John Wuthridge.
I'm telling you, he's putting some good swings on that Wuthridge. Those last 2 foul balls, definitely don't want him to straighten those out.
Rudis trying to keep him from having ducks on a pond here. Runners on 1-2, 1 away. Here's the pitch on the way. This one chopped down to the net. Boy, good at bat here. Staying alive is Wuthridge.
Yeah, he's staying alive, and he seems to be just trying to time up those pitches. See if Rudis can sneak one past him here. 3 full count, so you want to throw him something off speed, but you definitely want it to start in the zone and end up out of it, but you want him swinging.
Here's the 3-2. This one hard hit over to the right power alley. It is hung up there as Brewster able to make the grab. And the throw over to third. Good job out there for the second out. That one got hung up. I thought for a moment the wind may have pushed it, but then it got under it and dropped it down for 2 outs.
Yeah, because there was a good chance of that one if the wind had not been blowing as hard as it has. That he could have done some damage with that one, but it seems like the wind may have knocked it down just a little bit for the Bearcat favor, and it was hauled in by Brewster. Did a good job getting it back into the infield. You weren't going to get McLean going over to third, but you got the outs. That's what you wanted. Get this third out and get your offense back up to the plate.
Yeah, so again, McLean is over there at third now. Runner remains over at first is Sheffield, and that will take us to Gonzalez here, I believe.
That was a nice pitch.
You got a new at-bat here? That's not Gonzalez, is it? No, that is – we got a new batter out there.
They don't even have it up on the scoreboard.
Yeah, hold on. I've got it here. Take me a while to skedaddle through everything here. It's a new batter out there. It is not Jose Gonzalez. This one is Wesley Faison. So Wesley Faison at bat now. Right-handed batter, 213 on the season, on base at 330. Again, Wesley Faison. Still have yet to, there is an 0-1 count to him. This time the curveball to the outside to even us up at 1-1, 2 away for Wesley Faison.
They got him his 213 average, 3 home runs, 15 RBIs. It finally got him up on the scoreboard here. It surprised everybody that maybe he was coming in.
Well, normally we'd have that pretty quick. I had it up here, but with the wind blowing and the papers everywhere, I've got to adjust my tape and, paperweights. I've got about 6 paperweights out here tonight.
It's very, very windy.
Here's the 1-1 to Faison. Swing around and a miss. 1-2. Little 77-mile-an-hour off speed got him to bite.
Yeah, again, and for those of you that have not seen Rob at work here, I swear he's like an octopus. He's got 2 different computers having to run audio in and out. It's commercials, and this guy does a great job. It's always fun to watch him multitask.
Got to have ADD for this job, man. Wesley Faison 1-2, 2 away. His team trailing 8-3. Here's the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for the third and final out.
That was big.
Baby Rudis said, take it. He did. Swung on it, and that will do it in the top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, you look at his teammates coming out to greet him, letting their pitcher know, we see you out there battling. You put up a 0, the top of the 5th inning there with Texas State threatening to score some more, and Rudis just buckles down, shuts them down. What a great job for Rudis.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on base. We are through 4.5, bottom of the 5th coming up. The Bearkats lead 8-3. We'll be back in 60 seconds from Van Wagner. This is the Bearkat Sports Radio Network.
For any of your shipping, faxing, copying, or notarizing needs, get on down to Pack and Ship. Big or small, they ship it all. Conveniently located right off 45 on Highway 30 next to Hobby Lobby. At Pack and Ship, there are no lines. They have a kind, experienced staff ready to help you. Pack and Ship, happily serving all residents of Walker County and the surrounding areas. Pack and Ship.
Join the Sam Houston State University Alumni Association. For only $35 a year, your membership helps provide scholarship assistance, plus networking, a travel program, discounts on home and auto insurance, car rentals, event tickets, and much more. Connect with your Bearkat pride and spirit by joining the Alumni Association. Go online, alumni.shsu.edu. As a member, you can be a part of something bigger. The Sam Houston State University Alumni Association. Join today.
Welcome back, friends. Cameron Bush remains on the mound for Texas State. Back at bat here to start things in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Sam Houston Bearkats with an 8-3 lead over the 20th-ranked Texas State Bobcats. And we'll go 5, 6, and 7. Starting here, leading off in this inning for the Bearkats is the second baseman, Easton Lloyd, followed by Miles Jefferson, and then Luke Repka. So we'll start it with the left-handed batter. Right-handed pitching here of Cameron Bush. It's on its way. The first one, hard hit. The wind will get under this one. And a little trade-off here from short. We'll hand it off to his left fielder, McLean, for the 1-pitch, 1 out over at left.
That's just a challenge out there for the left fielder. Although he probably likes that one better than some of the hard-hit line drives that have been tailing away from him into the third, down the third base line into that left field corner. So Easton getting up there swinging. I like it. First pitch swinging, looking to attack.
Miles Jefferson here for the Bearkats, 1 for 2 today. Right-handed pitch on the way to the right-handed batter. Just a little bit too close inside of the 90-mile-an-hour fastball for the ball, 1-0. Quickly in rhythm, second pitch. Boy, that one right there at the belt line, 2-0.
Yeah, that's a 90-mile-an-hour fastball coming on the inside there. You definitely want to pull away everything from getting hit and getting a tattoo shop on that one.
Here's the 2-0 pitch from Bush on its way. This one slapped over to left field. And that is a 1-out single. We'll see if he goes for 2. No, he'll stay there. Started around with Jefferson, then stayed over at first. So again, a 1-out single by Miles Jefferson. And his last at-bats, he's gotten on base now 2 for 3 tonight. He's having a good night.
He really is. Seeing the ball well, getting the ball down into that, down the third to the left fielder. Again, getting on base, letting those come behind you. It's just the next man up mentality in which you're letting the guys behind you have the opportunity to drive you in.
That will bring up Luke Repka here, 1 for 2 today. Left-handed batter for the Cats. Bush's first pitch on the way. Foul tip into the backstop, 0-1.
I tell you, this Bush has got some kind of fastball, and you can tell he's the guy that means business out there on the mound.
0-1, 1 away. Here's the next one. Out of the inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one we are, 1 away. Sam Houston leading 8-3 here in the bottom of the fifth. Over Texas State here in East Texas and Huntsville tonight.
Trying to keep Jefferson over there honest. Even with a 8-3 lead, Bearkats are looking to extend it. So wouldn't doubt Sirianni maybe with a hit and run or just trying to get Jefferson over to second.
1-1 swung around to here on a 86-mile-an-hour pitch for the strike. 1-2, Luke Repka.
Yeah, went upstairs on him on that one to get that second strike. Repka was looking to drive that ball somewhere, but Bush had great just placement on that fastball.
Bush on the mound taking his time. Now the pitch. This one swung around and missed. Boy, good pitch there. Got him to bite. Luke Repka on a 90-mile-an-hour fastball for the second out. It's a strike swinging.
Yeah, that was another one that was a high strike. Looked good to Repka. Again, he had great intentions for that one, but just couldn't keep up with it. But it brings up Yannick, who's 2 for 2. And, man, having another night.
Walter Yannick has singled in both of his at-bats tonight, back in the second and the third. He came around and scored in the second, left stranded over at second in the third. 2 for 2 tonight, as BJ just said a few moments ago. This young man has been a force here as well for this Sam Houston Bearkat team this season.
Yeah, and what I really like about it, he's using all parts of the field. He had a hit to left field, hit to right, or hit through first and second baseman. So he's just using all areas of the field to get these hits.
First pitch, curveball way to the outside, 1-0, out count. I'll remind you this game is made possible tonight in part by our good friends at HEB. No store does more than my HEB. Here's the 1-0. This one popped up. It'll sail way behind us, and that car just got out of there, man. I'm telling you, there's a car going down the road, and that thing just got out of the way.
You never know when you're driving by. You got to watch out for some of these foul balls coming out. But, you know, if you've ever been out to the Don, this place is just a great place to come spend some time with the family, watch a great game, great team play. And every now and then, watch some foul balls go off the cars.
Yeah, and a good crowd here. We're probably a little over half capacity tonight. We saw that record crowd when Texas came to town. It was almost 3,000 people, the most ever in attendance here at the Don this season and throughout Bearkat history.
Yeah, it's great for a midweek game. This is great for a midweek game especially.
Here's the 1-1. Pop in the glove for the strike as he looked at it. 1-2 on Walter Yannick.
You know, great midweek game. Another ranked team coming in. Another strong showing by the Bearkats. All of that is a recipe for fans enjoying a great game.
1-2, 2 away. Cats leading 8-3 after putting up 1, 4, and 3 in the first, second, and third. No runs in the previous inning. This one will line over foul into the berth. They did not score in the previous fourth inning, have not scored yet here in the fifth. Those bats were pretty hot earlier. They were hitting through 3.5 innings. I mean, they were hitting over 625. That's now cooled off a little bit for them.
Yeah.
458. Still a good night, though.
Oh, great night.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Yannick chopped this one, stays alive as it takes a hop and bounces into the Bearkat dugout off that third base line.
And part of it is the pitcher that they brought in, this Bush. Again, batters hitting teams hitting 160 against him. That means he's got some pretty good stuff, and when they bring him in, they're wanting to shut him down.
Third pitcher on the mound tonight for Texas State. Taking his time. Now the delivery. This one will also go foul. That one will head into the road, and another car got out of the way just in time. Boy, this time there's a person walking out there. You got to be careful, man. There's people walking. There's cars driving.
Yannick is not a friend to the insurance agencies.
No, and he's staying alive here at bat. Good at bat here for Walter Yannick. Still on that 1-2 count. Had quite a few of them thrown to him. Cameron Bush on his 18th pitch just a few moments ago. Through 1 2/3 of an inning. Here's the next delivery. That one to the outside. And a ball, 2-2. That one just got out of the reach of the catcher, Peyton Lewis. So that will advance Jefferson into scoring position on a pass ball there.
Pass ball. Yeah, catcher was able to get the glove on it, just couldn't hang on to it on that outside pitch. but now that puts a runner in scoring position. And again, you want to get as many runs as you can get. So it's time to be greedy and try to get Jefferson in from second base.
2-2 is the count. They officially scored that as a wild pitch.
Did they?
I think that could have went either way, to be honest. But I'm not the official scorer. Here's the next one. Pulled back on it, and boy, barely took that one for a ball.
Wow.
I mean, barely took it for a ball. 3-2.
I'm surprised they didn't even appeal that one. Or did they appeal that down the first? I didn't see them appeal that one.
I think it was an immediate. Didn't see any appeal at all. So a payoff coming here on Walter Yannick. He's had a very good at-bat. Jefferson over at second after that wild pitch just moments ago. 2 outs. Here's the pitch.
What a battle.
The outside. Yannick stays alive, and he'll reach on a walk. Oh, mama, what a bat there by Yannick.
That is a great at-bat there for Yannick. Seeing the ball well, fouling off the pitches that he needed to, waiting for the pitch that he wanted to drive. It wasn't there. Got the walk, got on base. Next man up to McKenzie.
Number 2, Anthony.
So Walker Yannick. I'm saying Walter tonight. I didn't mean to say that either. I wrote it down so fast. I know that's Walker. So Walker Yannick over at first. First pitch goes in there to Anthony McKenzie for a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, with Bush already putting up a 0 on the bottom of the fourth for the Bearkats. They would love to drive in a couple of runs here. Maybe knock him off the mound at the same time.
Here's the 0-1. Dropped in the zone for a strike, 0-2. So again, Walker Yannick over at first, who reached on the walk. Miles Jefferson over at second. Oh-2, 2 away here to McKenzie. Pitch on the way. Dropped in, looked at it, third and final out. So that is the second strikeout in the inning and the second overall for Cameron Bush. One of them was looking to Luke Repka. One of them swinging to Luke Repka. That one looking to McKenzie. And in that inning, of course, no runs on one hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. We are through 5. Top of the 6th coming up when we come back. Sam Houston leads 8-3. Texas State at bat in 60 seconds. From Van Wagner, this is the Bearkat Sports Radio Network.
Curious about what real estate agents enjoy the most? It's about reminding our clients that dreams really do come true. RE/MAX is the #1 real estate company nationwide. RE/MAX Prime Properties is a locally owned family business in Huntsville. Need a realtor knowledgeable in our area? Call one of our experienced agents and let us guide you home. RE/MAX Prime Properties is located at 1215 Financial Plaza, Huntsville, Texas, and is a proud partner of SHSU Athletics. Eat 'em up, Cats.
On the field or just on the go, UT Physicians Orthopedics is with you during life's unexpected stumbles. We offer comprehensive treatment options, on-site imaging, and personalized care. With locations across the greater Houston area, you can find care close to home. Visit utphysicians.com or call 888-4UT-DOCS to schedule an appointment today. Better healthcare starts with you. UT Physicians.
Need service work on your vehicle? Then drop on by Wagner Huntsville and meet the new service and shop managers to see what better customer service feels like. Meet their GM factory-trained technicians who are skilled with state-of-the-art factory diagnostic equipment. Wagner service hours Monday through Saturday are convenient and local shuttle service is readily available. Experience the service difference at Wagner Huntsville.
Back at it, friends. We are live here from Don Sanders Stadium in Huntsville, Texas. Top of the 6th inning, about to get underway. Texas State back at bat. They are trailing the Bearkats here 8-3. We've got a new pitcher. It's the third one of the night here for Sam Houston. Gavi Coldiron, the left-handed pitcher, 6'2", 195 junior from Georgetown, Texas, but he played at Sabino High School in Arizona. A Midland Junior College transfer. BJ, you've got his numbers for us.
Absolutely. 2.84 ERA on the season so far. He's had 10 appearances, 12 2/3 innings pitched, 15 hits, giving up 15 hits, 4 earned runs, 6 walks, and 9 strikeouts. So Gavi coming into a great situation with an 8-3 lead after Rudis giving us 3 great innings for the Bearkats. trying to continue this momentum of standout relief pitching.
And for Texas State, 5, 6, and 7, Justin Thompson, the third baseman, first baseman, Dalen Pena, and then the catcher, Peyton Lewis. Here's the first pitch to Thompson. Hits this one hard over to right. Should drop into the glove of Lane Brewster. Easy bake oven does it, and we're one away. One pitch, one out to start here in the top of the sixth.
Yeah, let me give you some stats on this. 3 innings pitched by Rudis. He batters face. He faced 14. Total balls 18. Total strikes 35. Only 8 hits against him. 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. So, man, that was quite an outing for Rudis to shut down this Bobcat defense for those 3 innings.
Here's Dalen Pena now at bat. This pitch got away behind Walker Yannick. Luckily, nobody on. Early count here, 1 ball, no strikes, 1 away. Again, Texas State trailing 8-3 as we're just underway here in the top of the sixth. Next one here, looked at it for the strike, 2-0.
Yeah, Pena struck out swinging there in the first, grounded out to shortstop. So he's definitely looking for a hit here as Gavi tries to sit him down.
Here's the next one. That one in the zone for a strike. They're showing it as 1 ball, 1 strike. I guess they didn't count that other pitch earlier for some reason, so we'll call it 1-1.
Looked like 2-1.
Now it is 2-1. Okay,
you were right. You had it right.
That's why I keep a score here on my own. This one inside the belt line, 3-1. So Gavi Cold Iron on the mound here for the Bearkats. Tossing them to Dalen Pena, who's 0 for 2 today for Texas State. Gavi, the left-handed pitch on the way to the outside, and that'll reach on a walk. Pena, 1-out walk. So he's on base for the first time tonight after going 0 for 2. And that'll take us down 7th at the order, the catcher, Peyton Lewis.
Yeah, Lewis struck out and also hit by pitch. So he went to the tattoo shop earlier today.
Only stay away from the tattoo shop when you're in baseball. Although some games it works to your advantage. Seems like there's some players that are just magnets to those balls sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Lewis 0 for 1 today. First pitch in the zone for a strike. It was 88-mile-an-hour delivery, 0-1.
And I'm a longtime Astros fan, so one of my favorites, Craig Biggio, oftentimes would stick that wing out there and get hit and get on base a lot of times. So sometimes you can work that to your advantage. Sometimes the umpires don't give it to you, though.
Little toss over to first is Cold Iron over there to Wyszkowski. Just keeping that runner at bay. Pena, who reached on the walk just moments ago on a 3-1 pitch, eagerly awaiting to get into scoring position. Peyton Lewis, the catcher, at bat now for Texas State. The pitch on the way. That one high to the outside to even us up at 1-1. I want to remind you that Bearcat fan text line is open. Let us know you're listening tonight. We got a lot of folks we know that are listening. We see them on the booth. Haven't received any messages. 512-522-9105. Text us. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one across the plate for a strike. It was an 87-mile-an-hour heater to bring us to a 1-2.
And just so you know, your Bearcat defense, they're set up in a double play defense. You've got your third baseman playing in to cut down that the ball getting there so he can cut down his throw to second, get it over to first.
Cold Iron again, tossing back over to first. Peyton Lewis on a 1-2 count, 1 away. Texas State trailing 8-3 here in the top of the sixth. Cold Iron, here's his pitch from the left hand. A little low to the inside, even us back up at 2-2.
Good stop by Yannick there. Bounced up there to him. He was able to move over, slide over, get that ball stopped so it didn't get to the backstop and allow that runner, Pena, at first to advance to second.
Lewis, left-handed batter from the left-handed pitching of Yannick, or of Cold Iron. This one hit right off the roof of the training facility. Foul ball, third base side. At-bat stays alive on a 2-2, 1-out count.
Again, got to be careful over there in the dugout or in the bullpen. Watch out for those flying foul balls.
The next one just out of his reach, and that takes us to a full count of 3-2. Appreciate Colin back at our flagship tonight, producing for us. helping us out as well. Here's a 3-2 payoff. This one popped up. Air getting under it. Is it catchable in foul territory? No. He had 3 of those outfielders taking a run towards it. Actually, it was actually your third baseman and your shortstop. Yeah, it was Repka over there with Jefferson. They were all tracking down with Contreras. So 2 of your infielders, 1 of your outfielder. They're not able to grab it. It just fell kind of in that Bermuda Triangle out there in foul territory.
It did, because Contreras is playing quite a ways off the line, playing closer to left center than a dead left. So that was going to take a long run for him to be able to get there and get to it. And the wind pushing it, and it just wasn't in our favor on that one.
Yeah, and you mentioned Repka, who's kind of waiting in that double play territory. That kind of contributed as well. This one over to center with a line. Yes, the grab with the left glove by Clayton Chadwick. Oh, mama, what a grab.
That was a great play. A tough read. Can you imagine the ball coming from home plate, a line drive, solid line drive, having to play that ball head on? Chadwick made a great play on it, sliding to get the outs and get that big second out.
It's a 2-out line over to center. Clayton Chadwick runs, makes the grab with his left glove. That will take us now to Cameron Gibbons. 0 for 2 today. 8th in the order, the second baseman. Reached on a fielder's choice there in the 4th. He'll line this one over to center. Chadwick, this time it takes a bounce, and that is a 2-out single. That forces Pena now over to second.
That one was just, you could see that one. That one's going to die right in front of him, right on the Sam Houston logo in front of Chadwick. He did the best thing he could do, let it hop, let him get it in quickly, so the runner at first does not advance to third. Just keep him at second and keep the runners in first and second.
Little hop, drop, open up shop. That's how Texas State rolls. Take us down to the bottom of the order, Isaiah Ortega-Jones. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Previous at-bat, grounded one. Actually grounded it up to the pitching mound and then a throw over to first for the first out. Ortega-Jones with runners on 1 and 2. His team trailing 8-3 here in the top of the 6th. First pitch to the outside, 1 ball, no strikes.
Now you want to be careful here if you're Gavi, because you want to be sure to get this out. You don't want to turn it over to the top of the lineup. You don't want to give McLean, Sheffield, and Withrich a chance to get some runs on the board with 2 outs. You really want to shut it down right here.
Here's that 1-0 pitch. Dropped in the square for the strike. 1-1 count on Ortega-Jones.
Yeah, Ortega-Jones is questioning it just a little bit. He looked a little low and outside to him. Umpire called it differently. Been pretty steady back there behind the plate.
There it is for Cold Iron. That one across the plate. Another beautiful pitch to bring us to a 1-2 count.
That was a great pitch. 86-mile-an-hour fastball. Froze Ortega there just a little bit. Had him questioning it. 1-2 counts. Looking to get that strikeout.
Gavi, Cold Iron trying to heat it up from the mound here. It's 1-2, 2 away. Runners on 1 and 2 for Texas State, trailing 8-3. Here's the pitch. Come on. Oh, they were wanting it, didn't get it.
Oh, you got the Bearkat faithful wanting him to ring him up on that one.
Well, the Bearkat faithful includes B.J. McMichael.
That's right. I thought that was a strike 3.
It's one of those where B.J. kind of tilted up his microphone and said, come on, and put it back down. I feel you, man. Let's see if we can get it here on a 2-2. The pitch on the way. This one, corner, no, outside, 3-2, full count.
Yeah, you know, Yannick's feeling it for his pitcher there. He felt it too, felt that was a good pitch to call, a good placement by Gavi, throwing it in there. Everything but the strike call.
Here it is, the payoff pitch for the left-handed pitcher, Gavi Cold Iron. It's on its way to the inside, and we're loaded now. 1, 2, and 3. Or to the outside. Walkton.
All right, now we got to be careful here. Gavi got the bases loaded, turning it back over to the top of the lineup with McLean, which McLean, he's had a big day today, hadn't he? 2 for 3. Yeah, 2 for 3. Couple of ground balls to right field through the first and second baseman, and a base hit up the middle, or fly out up the middle. So,
yeah, McLean 1 for 2 today. And umpires are going to have a little discussion here. They're going to come in. A little talk. checking to see what time the local burger establishment closes. They're going to see if they can speak. No, they're talking about, let's see what they're going to do here. They're actually going to bring in.
They're bringing in a pinch runner? No.
They're kind of talking things over with the coach here off that third base line for Texas State. One of the other coaches near first base come over. Now the umpires are all going to collectively meet just to the left of the mound, having a discussion. I'm not sure what's going on here, BJ.
No, that was a walk. I don't know what else it could be here. He's going to go explain it to Sirianni, though.
Yeah, so now Coach Sirianni comes out. He gets the explanation. We don't have a monitor in front of us or anything being fed to us, so we don't know exactly. I didn't see any gestures as far as hand signals going here.
Oh, they're saying it wasn't a walk, maybe. No.
Yeah, for some reason.
They had the count wrong. But they let the runners advance.
I mean, they're showing a 3-2 count. I don't understand this because I was keeping count here.
Yeah.
So the runners will advance to 2 and 3 still. The count is back to 3-2, and now it's the outside. And after all that, now we're loaded again.
There we go.
I've never seen that before. I'm not exactly sure why they did that.
I don't know either.
I mean, that's kind of weird. Because they still let the runner stay on 2 and 3.
Yeah, it wasn't a pass ball. The catcher caught it on a third strike.
I have no idea.
Well, on a fourth ball, it looked like. Okay.
Didn't matter anyways because the next pitch was outside and it's a walk. And now my pencil has made a walk out of here. It's kind of critical. Well, so we got next coming up here, Ben McClain, first pitch.
Back.
That one got him on a strike on the corner.
Yeah, Gavi just wanted to bring that one back on that one. He was, after all the talking, he wanted to show them what throwing a strike looks like.
There we go. It's a miracle behind first. My pencil just flew back into my lap. I don't know how that happened. Here's the 0-1. This one chopped over to second. Trying to field it. Not able to make the throw. That's going to bring in a run. That was good work. It would have been tough.
Yeah, that really was.
So that should be a base hit by McClain.
Yeah, Easton made a great attempt to get over to the ball. Made a great stop on it. Actually, keeping it in the infield only lets one run score on that one. So he would have loved it if he could have popped up and tossed it to second to get that force out. But the heads-up play, the getting there, keeps the runners, keeps the bases loaded, and only allows one run to score. So that could prove to be a pretty big play coming in the latter parts of this game.
So the RBI single by Ben McClain. That will bring in Pena. Now this one over to third, trying to make the throw to second.
Yes.
How about that? The outstretched arms from Miles Jefferson over at third. Had to extend. He was able to bring it in through to second, and that keeps another run from scoring and ends the inning. Wow.
What a great play. What a way to end that inning. You allow the bases loaded, and you let them only score one. Hey, that's a win right there. This type of offense of the Bobcats, and they had some things lined up to be a bigger inning than what it was, and you shut them down with some great defense. Great job right there.
So McClain is the one who is out as over at second base. That will do it in the inning. Only one run on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on. As we are through 5.5, bottom of the 6th coming up. We'll be back in 30 seconds or 60 seconds from Ben Wagner. This is the Bearkat Sports Radio Network.
COVID-19 rapid testing is available at Express Urgent Care in Huntsville. No symptoms needed. So now you can get tested even faster and get your results back faster too. Limited shots are left. Not sure which test is right for you? Express Urgent Care is happy to help. For more details, call 936-570-2626. No appointments needed. Walk-ins only. Express Urgent Care Clinic, located at 193 I-45 South. Check their website at TexpressUrgentCare.com and visit them on Facebook. That's Texpress Urgent Care next to Sport Clips in Huntsville.
Hey, Huntsville sports fans, this is Rob Hipp for Hipp Solutions. Hipp Solutions faithfully serves our community in several ways. First, our real estate division. We assist you with finding that piece of property that brings you home. Second, Hipp Solutions Player Development provides instruction for baseball and softball players. And third, Hipp Solutions is a supporter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, helping to lead every coach and athlete into a growing relationship relationship with Christ, Hit Solutions is ready to serve you. Visit us online at hittss.com.
Welcome back, friends. We get underway here in the bottom of the 6th inning for Sam Houston, leading 8-4. They have went scoreless in the last 2 runs after putting up 1, 4, and 3 in the first, second, and third. We'll see if Lane Brewster can get hot again. He is 2 for 3 tonight. He had hits in both the first and second, but then struck out swinging for the first out back in the third. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss here, 0-1.
Yeah, 2 of those hits, a line drive to left field and then a ground ball up the middle. Seeing that left side of the field very well, getting it through the holes and getting over third base. So love to see Brewster capitalize on that.
Next one drops in the zone for a strike as he looked at it, 0-2. A little 81-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch there. Lane Brewster just looked at that one. And give credit here to Cameron Bush. He just came in, the third pitcher, and doing a fine job here for this Texas State team.
Yeah, he really has.
Here's the next pitch, high upstairs to the outside. That'll take us to a 1-2 count.
Yeah, up to this point, he's thrown total pitch counts, 33.
This one, a slap over to first, and the unassisted tag in time for the first out. There is Dalen Pena had it. Second in the order, Clayton Chadwick, the center fielder. Chadwick on deck and now stepping into that left-handed batter's box. Clayton Chadwick is 2 for 3 as well. He also struck out swinging for the first out back in the fourth. And that was right after the pitching change from Carson Keithley to now Cameron Bush. Here is Bush, first right-handed pitch to the left-handed batter on the way to the outside, 1-0.
Yeah, that's only ball number 12 that Cameron Bush has thrown. 23 total strikes, 1 hit. But the biggest thing is 0 earned runs and 4 strikeouts.
Here's the next one. Close to the inside on the belt line, 2-0.
After the Bearkats scored 1 in the bottom of the first, 4 in the bottom of the second, 3 in the bottom of the third, he's done a fine job of holding these Bearkat hitters to 0.
Here's the 2-0. That one a little high to the outside. Now 3 quick balls, 3-0 count.
But he started a 3-0 count.
3 balls, no strikes, 1 away. As we are here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Texas State trailing 8-4. Bearkats at bat. Here's the next pitch. Boy, how about that? 4 pitches, and Chadwick will reach on a 1-out walk.
Yeah, you got to like that because you got Wiskowski and Contreras coming up next. Your two of your big boys at the plate with a runner on and 1 out. It's never too late to add some more insurance runs to this game.
Number 5, Justin Wiskowski.
That will bring up third in the order, the first baseman, Justin Wiskowski. He's never the last one. You got to watch those Sean Connery movies to get where that comes from. Here's the first pitch to him to the outside. Man, 5 pitches now by Bush, and they've all been balls.
Yeah. I'm surprised you don't have the crowd chanting ball 5, but we're not in A&M. That's what they do at A&M.
Will be 6 in a row here for Bush. He's trying to get back into rhythm. He'll throw over to first, diving in plenty of time back over there. It's Chadwick who reached on that walk.
Yeah, you got Wiskowski that's 0 for 3. So what do you say?
It's time to be.
Time to be. You got ground out at shortstop and a out at second. So into a fielder's choice. So it's time for him to get a hit.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. That time across the plate. So that will end 5 balls thrown and a strike there across 80-mile-an-hour off speed to even us up at 1-1. Justin Wiskowski.
Man, that did not seem like it was 80. It seemed like it was so much faster than that. This kid Bush has got an arm on him.
Ball 1 strike, 1 out pitch. This one swung on late, hit foul, flies way over the
another car.
That one almost hit a car. Man.
Let me just tell you right now, it's not safe to drive by the Dawn right now. We've got a lot of foul balls flying out into Bowers Boulevard. So you may want to be careful if you're driving this way.
Make it sour on Bowers if you're driving. Here's a 1-2. Swing around here. Boy, that one would have been to the outside, but he swung on it, and he's out for the second out.
Yeah, he was just looking to try to battle that one off somewhere, foul it off, just to stay in it. He'd already committed to the swing, so just trying to stay in there by fouling it off, but just couldn't make it happen.
That will bring up fourth in the order, Carlos Contreras. He is 1 for 3 today. After the fine performance he had on Sunday versus Stephen F. Austin, 9 RBI, setting the Bearkat record, being held since 2007. 450 on the season. Here's the pitch. Dropped in the zone for the strike. 79-mile-an-hour off speed, 0-1.
Yeah, and that was to complete 11 for 17 with 15 RBIs for the total for that week. And I believe 7 home runs. So this guy, again, he's a monster. He's raking it.
Yeah, I was trying to cook steaks there in Nacogdoches this week and went camping. They didn't have any anywhere. Just kidding. We didn't go there. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung around and missed here, 0-2. And got him on an off speed there, 78-mile-an-hour. Boy, I'll tell you what, this Cameron Bush is a dandy of a pitcher on this mound here for this Texas State Bobcat team.
Yeah, he really is. You can see why they brought him in to just stop what the Bearkats were doing.
Here's his delivery. This one inside. Boy, that one barely scathed. Runner's going to take off and steal over to second. So stolen base there by Clayton Chadwick will put him into scoring position.
Yeah, they got close. Contreras didn't get out of the batter's box, and glad they didn't call a batter's interference on that one. He wasn't necessarily in the way, he just didn't get out of the batter's box.
They're actually going to call that a wild pitch. He advanced on a wild pitch, so not a stolen base. It was a wild pitch there by Chadwick, or advanced on it. This one over the right, hard hit into the corner. That will score a run. Contreras around first, looking for second, and he will stand tall. It's a 2-out. Stand up, RBI double, and the Bearkats a little bit more insurance coming here with 1 run now in 2-out territory in the bottom of the 6th.
You just knew Contreras was going to line that one up, and Bush has been pitching a gem of a 3 innings, but he ran into the whack hitter of the week for the 3rd time in a row, and Contreras sent that one to the right field corner, getting a double and also bringing a mound visit from the head coach of the Texas State Bobcats.
Head coach Trout coming out there, and they will have a pitching change. We'll have that for you when we come back. We'll take 90 seconds. We'll be back in a moment from Van Wagner. This is the Bearkat Sports Radio Network.
On the field or just on the go, UT Physicians Orthopedics is with you during life's unexpected stumbles. We offer comprehensive treatment options, on-site imaging, and personalized care. With locations across the greater Houston area, you can find care close to home. Visit utphysicians.com or call 888-4UT-DOCS to schedule an appointment today. Better healthcare starts with you. UT Physicians.
For any of your shipping, faxing, copying, or notarizing needs, get on down to Pack and Ship. Big or small, they ship it all. Conveniently located right off 45 on Highway 30 next to Hobby Lobby. At Pack and Ship, there are no lines. They have a kind, experienced staff ready to help you. Pack and Ship, happily serving all residents of Walker County and the surrounding areas. Pack and Ship.
Hey, Huntsville sports fans, this is Rob Hipp for Hit Solutions. Hit Solutions faithfully serves our community in several ways. First, our real estate division. We assist you with finding that piece of property that brings you home. Second, Hit Solutions Player Development provides instruction for baseball and softball players. And third, Hit Solutions is a supporter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, helping to lead every coach and athlete into a growing relationship with Christ. Hit Solutions is ready to serve you. Visit us online at HITTSS.com.
Yeah. All right, pitching change on the mound here for Texas State. He's wearing 26, but the official number on the roster is 27. It's Otto Wofford, the right-handed pitcher, 166 pounds, 6'2", sophomore out of Mason, Texas, in the Texas outside of Llano and Mason High School. And BJ, you got his numbers for us.
Absolutely. He's got a 3.86 ERA. That's with 2 wins, 0 losses. But with 0 game starts, he's had 5 appearances, 4 2/3 innings pitched. So not much to see on this guy with only pitching 4 2/3. 6 hits against him, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, but 7 strikeouts. And opponents are batting .316 against him.
Second baseman number 6, Easton.
That will take us 5th in the order now. The second baseman, Easton Lloyd for Sam Houston. 1 for 3 today. And again, Otto Wofford on the mound. He is a sophomore out of Mason, Texas. That's out there in the Texas Hill Country. You're talking way in the Texas Hill Country before you head into West Texas. Easton Lloyd 1 for 3. Left-handed pitch, or right-handed pitch to the left-handed batter to the outside, 1-0.
Yeah, let me give you the final numbers on Bush pitching. Cameron Bush, 2 2/3 innings pitched with 46 total pitches, 17 total balls, and 29 total strikes. 2 hits, and it was the 1 earned run that knocked him off the mound.
Here's the 1-0. This one over to right. That's a base hit. That will bring in another run. So a little knock-knock action will bring in one more here. How about that? Easton Lloyd is an RBI single. That will bring in Carlos Contreras. And the Bearkats have put up 1-0 on the board, 10-4 here in the bottom of the 6th.
You got to like that for Easton Lloyd. He made such a big play in second base earlier in the game. Wasn't able to get the out, but held the runners on that bases loaded. But then he was able to get a run back with a line drive to right field. So you got to feel good for Easton Lloyd getting that RBI.
Bring up Miles Jefferson now. He is 2 for 3 tonight. Back to a right-handed batter. Pitch on the way. Dropped in the zone for a strike there. 74-mile-an-hour off-speed, 0-1 count. And so Cameron Bush is responsible for Contreras, who came in and scored. So that run will be credited there to Cameron Bush.
So 2 earned runs against him.
0-1 here, Miles Jefferson. The base runner on first for Sam Houston leads 10-4 against the 20th-ranked Texas State Bobcats here in Huntsville tonight. Little toss from Wofford over to Pena at first. Just trying to keep Lloyd on and close.
Yeah, but he's got to be careful with Jefferson because Jefferson's had a big night at the plate, too.
Jefferson over to left. This one
Stay
trailing.
fair.
Is it fair? I believe it is.
Yes.
Yes, baby. Oh, mama. It's a 2-run homer at the 330 corner. And the Bearkats have put up 2 more runs with 4 here in the bottom of the 6th. A commanding 12-4 lead.
Just as I said, be careful with Jefferson. Takes it out of the park. Jefferson, a big night for this young man. 3 for 4, and now with a home run, we got to check out the cycle.
How about that for Jefferson? His first home run of the season, and it brings in 2.
Wow. What a night for Jefferson. You just got to feel good for this young man getting such a big hit in that moment.
Brings up Luke Repka. First pitch here, 88-mile-an-hour curve in the zone for the strike, 0-1.
Now he's had 2 singles and a home run, so he's got a double and a triple to get to the cycle.
Here's the next one, 0-1. To the outside, even us up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Boy, we'll go back here. I'm going to look at some of these stats now for Sam Houston. 14 of 30 overall. All this right now being done in 2-out territory, by the way. They're 3 for 8 tonight, most of those coming. This one is over to center, and that's another base hit. He'll round first, trying to go to second. In plenty of time, sliding, diving, safe. It is a 2-out sliding double for Luke Repka.
And look at that bench coming up, cheering for their team. They've had a big 4-run bottom of the 6th inning. They are just loving it, what their guys are doing all across the board, pitching, hitting, fielding. It is just an all-around good game for our Sam Houston Bearkats.
And now it's the catcher, Walker Yannick, but there will be a discussion on the mound. There is action in the bullpen. I do not see the call to pull this young. Yep, I think they will. Let's see. Maybe not. Just a discussion right now with Otto Wofford. Walker Yannick, 2 for 2. And the Bearkats rolling here, 12-4. They put up 4 more runs here in the bottom of the 6th. It's all came in 2-out territory. 14 hits tonight. Ouch.
Wow. That is your Sam Houston Bearkats offense coming alive, as Rob Hipp would tell you, in this game against a 20th-ranked Texas State Bobcats. Certainly a little shocked, but we're not too shocked. They're playing them in the dawn, at the dawn, and when you play the Bearkats at the dawn, you better come ready for business because our Bearkat hitters know how to hit this park. Look forward to it, and they're having a great time.
Boy, every player over there in that Sam Houston dugout off the third base line is on their feet, hanging over the fence. Cheering on their teammates here tonight. Walker Yannick, 2 for 2. Here's the first pitch. Swung around and missed here. 0-1 count, 2 away.
Yeah, you've got a 4 spot up there, but they would not mind to see a 5 spot put up there and to get Rebka home from second base and get Yannick another RBI.
Walker Yannick 0-1, 2 away. Bearkats lead 12-4 here in the bottom of the 6th against the 20th ranked Texas State Bobcats. Here's Warford's pitch. Swung around and missed again. Same pitch as last time, 0-2.
Yeah, that's a good pitch right there on the outside corner. Really the only thing he's going to do with it is drive it to the opposite field. But Yannick had a swing on it looking to pull it, and that's a tough pitch to pull.
Beautiful. Fiance Bridget joining tonight. Love you, sweetheart. Thank you for joining us. As she is saying, sounding good and putting up the fire emoji. Here's the 0-2 to the outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, he tried to go to the well again. Seeing Yannick swing at those 2 outside pitches. Has a couple to play with, so thought he might throw another one out there, just extending it out a little bit more. But Yannick didn't bite. Goes to 1-2.
Sally Hosea joining us as well, Huntsville resident. Appreciate you, Sally. Hello to you and Robert. 1-2, 2 away. Cats lead 12-4, bottom of the 6th. Pitch on the way. Swung there and a miss. I thought maybe a little bit of a tip, but no, it wouldn't have mattered anyways. It was caught in the glove, but in that inning, 4 runs on 4 hits, including that 2-run homer. There were no errors and 1 left on. Sam Houston selling insurance tonight, leading 12-4 as we are through 6. Top of the 7th coming up. Stay with us. We'll be back in 60 seconds from Van Wagner. This is the Bearkat Sports Radio Network.
COVID-19 rapid testing is available at Texpress Urgent Care in Huntsville. No symptoms needed. So now you can get tested even faster and get your results back faster too. Limited shots are left. Not sure which test is right for you? Texpress Urgent Care is happy to help. For more details, call 936-570-2626. No appointments needed. Walk-ins only. Texpress Urgent Care Clinic, located at 193 I-45 South. Check their website at texpressurgentcare.com and visit them on Facebook. That's Texpress Urgent Care, next to Sport Clips in Huntsville.
Hey y'all, Josh Ward here for Bill Fick Ford in Huntsville. If you want a real truck that looks good and that can pull any load, do what I did. Decide the options you want and go see No Bull Bill. You'll spec out your order and agree on pricing, and then leave the rest up to Bill Fick Ford. You trust them to build the Ford truck of your dreams, and they'll trust you to buy it. No deposit required, and you still get a No Bull deal. It's buying made easy. Bill Fick Ford, your No Bull headquarters. Check them out online, BillFickFordHuntsville.com.
I got it here. Rob Hipp alongside DJ McMichael as we're moments away from the top of the 7th. Little 7th inning stretch going on out there right now. And still on the mound is Calvi Coldiron, the 3rd pitcher of the night for Sam Houston, who came in back in that 6th inning. He's had a good outing so far. And leading off here for Texas State, we'll go 3, 4, and 5 to right fielder John Wuthridge. And we'll see if Wesley Faison is still out there, who was in place of Jose Gonzalez in that 4th hole, and then Justin Thompson. I don't see him out there on deck yet. So again, John Wuthridge, 1 for 2 tonight. As Coldiron on the mound, here's the first left-handed pitch. Hard hit foul, and that one just shy of the lights up there. That would have been about a $2,000 shot up there, knocking those LEDs out, but it's an 0-1 foul ball.
Man, I got to go back to that hit by Jefferson. It was a no-doubter. The only thing you wondered if it was going to stay fair, and it stayed fair, went right over that foul pole, and what a shot.
Next one, he'll shoot this one over to the right corner now in foul territory. That one bounces just inside the Texas State bullpen. I don't think those guys saw it pop down in their area. 0-2. You got to be careful everywhere you're at down there on the field.
Yeah, I tell you what, Wuthridge looks angry. He's got some angry swings going up there.
But here it is on the way. Boy, another hard one this time over off the left corner.
If he had that one straightened out, that would have been into the softball field.
Little ping-pong ping back over to the left. 0-2. Boy, Wuthridge wants to knock this one out of here.
He has got some angry swings going on.
7 home runs on the season, 22 RBIs. He's looking for his 8th. Here's the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Got him for the first out on a 78-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch.
Calvi Coldiron went upstairs, to get him to strike out. You could tell that Withridge wanted to just lose that ball into the atmosphere. But Gavi stayed with it, struck him out.
Gavi
What a
brought out
pitch.
the anvil on that one. Said that metal will work a little bit better when it gets hot.
Gavi
Struck him
Cold Iron.
out.
What a great name.
We'll go fourth in the order here. It is Wesley Faison. First pitch out of his reach, 1-0 on an 82-mile-an-hour pitch.
Yeah, Gavi Cold Iron. That just sounds like a pitcher's name right there.
Here's the 1-0 left-handed pitch. Low to the inside, 2 balls, no strikes, 1 away. We are here in the top of the 7th. Texas State at bat, trailing the Bearkats on the road in Huntsville, 12-4. Here's the next delivery. This one, hard hit up into the air, and Contreras and Chadwick working on it. Chadwick over at center will shift to the left, reaches up the left glove, and that's not a routine. That's a kind of a hard one when it hangs like that, but he pulled it in for the second out.
Let me tell you something. On a day like this where the wind is gusting and whipping and that ball gets launched into the stratosphere, Chadwick made a great play on that one too. Just to chase it down and to make a play on that ball. That's a great job by that young man.
Yeah, normally you'd say kind of a routine pop-up, but as you said, with that wind and the way it's blowing, man, you have got to pay attention and really keep your eye on that ball. We're 2 away here in the top of the 7th. Justin Thompson, he'll hit this one over to right. Tracking this one down is Brewster. This is a routine play, and he's got it. 1, 2, 3 for the Bearkats. It all started by that Withridge strikeout at an 0-2, and then the knock over to center, or the fly ball over to center, and then the line over to right. 1, 2, and 3. We are through 6.5. Bottom of the 7th coming up. Sam Houston leads 12-4. We'll be back in 60 seconds. From Ben Wagner, this is the Bearcat Sports Radio Network.
For any of your shipping, faxing, copying, or notarizing needs, get on down to Pack and Ship. Big or small, they ship it all. Conveniently located right off 45 on Highway 30 next to Hobby Lobby. At Pack and Ship, there are no lines. They have a kind, experienced staff ready to help you. Pack and Ship, happily serving all residents of Walker County and the surrounding areas. Pack and Ship.
Join the Sam Houston State University Alumni Association. For only $35 a year, your membership helps provide scholarship assistance, plus networking, a travel program, discounts on home and auto insurance, car rentals, event tickets, and much more. Connect with your Bearkat pride and spirit by joining the Alumni Association. Go online, alumni.shsu.edu. As a member, you can be a part of something bigger. The Sam Houston State University Alumni Association. Join today.
All right, new pitcher on the mound now here to get things started in the bottom of the 7th inning, in the middle of the 7th inning stretch. I believe this is now Martinez out there, and what do you got? Jonathan Martinez is out there. Well, over to you, BJ.
Jonathan Martinez. Well, he's got a 0 ERA with 3 appearances, only 3 appearances, only 3 innings pitched, 3 hits against him, 0 earned runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. So not much action on the season for Martinez. So it's coming into this game with the Bearkats leading 12-4. So try to get him some action on the road, I'm sure. Against this Bearkat team as Martinez comes in to relief.
Yeah, for Warford, only went 1/3 of an inning, 2 runs on 3 hits. Both of those runs were earned. He didn't walk and he struck out 1. Only faced 4 batters. That 1 home run, and he only went for 11 pitches, so that'll put him at a 7.2 ERA. So this is now, I believe, the 5th pitcher of the night, Jonathan Martinez for Texas State.
And that's exactly what you wanted from this Bearkat team. Coming into this game, pretty evenly matched on batting average. It was the ERA that was the difference, with Texas State having a lower team ERA than the Bearkats. But these Bearkat bats welcome the Texas State Bobcats into the Sam Houston Bearkat, the Don Sanders Stadium. So it's been a great night for our Bearkats offense, looking to take some more as we continue in this game.
And leading off, we'll go 9, 1 and 2. It's Anthony McKenzie, the designated hitter, left-handed batter for the Bearkats. The first pitch, high to the outside, 91 miles an hour for the ball, 1-0.
Man, coming in, throwing some gas right away.
Put a match on that, man. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss here, and an 88-mile-an-hour heater right across the plate for a strike, 1-1.
Yeah, I know McKenzie batting here at the bottom of the lineup. Love to get on.
Next one, clip the corner there on that fastball, 1-2.
Had one walk, one strikeout looking, and one ground ball. So love to get on this at bat.
Here's the 1-2 on the way. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good eye for Amac.
That's what you hear. You hear the Bearkat faithful just telling him to battle. And that's what you got to do sometimes. Being 0 for 2 and you're due. You want to battle.
Here's the 2-2. Swung around here and got him swinging for the first out. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Bearkat Sports Radio Network.
101.7 KSAM is KSAM Huntsville, and you're listening to the Bearkat Sports Network.
Back at it here. We'll go back to the top here. First in the order, the right fielder, Lane Brewster. Sam Houston leads 12-4 as we're underway here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 4 runs put up in the 6th. Here is the pitch on the way to Brewster. He'll swing around and miss here. 81-mile-an-hour off speed. The early count 0-1. Nobody wanted to charge. Here's the next one. To the outs. Oh, that was a late call strike.
I thought about it there.
Should be 0-2. I'm sure the first one was a strike. Should be 0-2. Next one here is a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You know, this game for the Bearkats, you know, we've stumbled on a couple of midweek games, especially against Houston and then before that, Rice. So to have this midweek game against ranked Texas State Bobcats, number 20, this is a great job of the Bearkats to come into this midweek game wanting to attack, wanting to bat around.
Here's the 1-2, a little bit too low. And we're evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 away against Sam Houston, leading 12-4 here in the bottom of the 7th. Up against the 20-5 Texas State Bobcats tonight. Here's the next pitch. This one chopped over to short. It bounced out of his reach. That may be the first error of the night. And the error there will advance. They do mark actually the second error here by Texas State. It is the second error by Texas State tonight. I didn't catch the first one in this ball game. And so Brewster will reach on an error there by the second baseman.
Yeah, that's such a tough play. That was in between hops for a shortstop, and it just ate him up. Short hop, went off the back of the glove, and you just bounced over his head. So it is an error. It's just a tough one to get.
There's actually an error out there. I didn't see. I was looking the other way. It was actually an error by Sheffield, the shortstop. So he was shifted over. So he'll reach on first on that error by the short. Here's the first pitch on the way to Chadwick. And just out of his reach, 1-0 count here, 1 away.
Yeah,
Martinez.
Trying to go and find your other error.
Yeah, I don't know where that one was at. Here's the pitch on the way. This one will drop in the zone for a strike to even us up at 1-1. Clayton Chadwick tonight, 2 for 3. He's had a good night tonight. Reached on a walk on his previous at-bat. Came around and scored on that Contreras RBI single. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. The pitch on the way. This one a little low to the inside, 2-1.
Yeah, you know Chadwick wants to get on again. After having a 2 for 3, going 2 for 3 tonight, love to go 3 for 4. Get Wiskoski up, get Contreras up. You know Contreras would love to add, just as a team, they'd love to add some more runs to this night.
Here's that 2-1 from the right hand. On its way to the outside, 3 balls and a strike. Just 1 away, Clayton Chadwick.
And if you're the Bobcats, you want to see what this kid Martinez has going against some tough hitters of the Bearkats and give him some experience as you push forward in the Sun Belt Conference for them.
3 of those 4 runs back in the previous 6th inning, they all came in 2-out territory. Actually, they all came in 2-out territory. There's a swing and a miss to bring it to 3-2 at a full count. So I believe, again, all 4 of those runs, if I'm not mistaken, came in 2-out territory back in the 6th.
Yeah, 2-out hitting has been crucial for our Bearkats. And, you got to have that. If you're going to win some of these games, especially against a ranked opponent, you're going to have to get those 2-out ribeyes.
Here's the payoff. Swung around. Runner will advance and still over to second, but that is the second out. Strike swinging there, Clayton Chadwick, and Brewster stolen base over to second.
No, they called him out.
Did they really? Well, that was late then. Yeah, so that'll do it. I guess he was caught stealing.
2 outs. There were 2 outs. Oh, gotcha.
There was one error committed by the Bobcats.
No, they called him out. So that'll do it for the inning. We'll step aside and take a break. And we'll be back in a moment. Stay with us. 60 seconds. Van Wagner, this is the Bearkat Sports Radio Network.
Curious about what real estate agents enjoy the most? It's about reminding our clients that dreams really do come true. RE/MAX is the #1 real estate company nationwide. RE/MAX Prime Properties is a locally owned family business in Huntsville. Need a realtor knowledgeable in our area? Call one of our experienced agents and let us guide you home. RE/MAX Prime Properties is located at 1215 Financial Plaza, Huntsville, Texas, and is a proud partner of SHSU Athletics. Eat 'em up, Cats.
Hey, Huntsville sports fans, this is Rob Hipp for Hit Solutions. Hit Solutions faithfully serves our community in several ways. First, our real estate division. We assist you with finding that piece of property that brings you home. Second, Hit Solutions Player Development provides instruction for baseball and softball players. And third, Hit Solutions is a supporter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, helping to lead every coach and athlete into a growing relationship with Christ. Hit Solutions is ready to serve you. Visit us online at hittss.com.
All right, friends, back at it here live from Don Sanders Stadium. Rob Hipp alongside the BJ McMichael. As we get started here in the top of the 8th inning, Sam Houston has been commanding. The bats have been hot. Now it'll be back to the defense, where Texas State is trailing 12-4. They're at bat. And we'll try to find something here in the 6, 7, and 8. It'll be Dalen Pena to get started, followed by Peyton Lewis, and then Cameron Gibbons.
Yeah, and you got to love Cold Iron coming out again. Sirianni sticking with his reliever, who's pitched some really big innings for the Bearkats. And overall, the bullpen has done a fantastic job of doing their job in this game.
Cold Iron's pitch on the way. Chop foul at the plate. The early count 0-1. I want to remind you tonight, this game made possible in part by our good friends at HEB. No store does more than my HEB. 0-1 here to Pena. Cold Iron on the mound. Already went through 32 pitches. Here's the 33rd. Swing around here, 0-2. This game also brought to you in part by SHSU Physicians. In our neighborhood, the medical staff at SHSU Physicians are helping to meet important healthcare needs, teaching and training student doctors on the latest advanced medical treatments while offering the same level of knowledge when caring for your family. All major insurance plans are accepted. Be part of our family. Schedule an appointment with SHSU Physicians today. Next pitch on the way. This one will take a bounce into the backstop. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Boy, it's starting to get windy here again, and a little bit of chill in the air finally.
It is, just a little bit. Got that front coming in. I think later it's supposed to get up to about 20 miles an hour wind, so that'd be making it a lot tougher playing center field.
Yeah, we actually have the laptop. By the way, friends, when there's an ESPN broadcast, we have to sit outside here at our home court, which is our home field, which is fine. Here's this one now to lace right up center for a leadoff single on a 1-2 by Dalen Pena. What I was getting at, though, I love being out here. It's so cool because we're right in the middle of the fans. Sometimes it's Bearkat fans. Sometimes it's opposing team fans. But it is a lot of fun. This is the first game tonight where we've sat outside where it hasn't been blistering cold, though.
Yeah.
So thank goodness for that.
That makes it a little bit more difficult.
We'll go 7th in the order. The catcher, Peyton Lewis. Lined one over to center on a payoff pitch for the second out back in the 6th. He's 0 for 2. First pitch on the way is to the outside. It's an 83-mile-an-hour off speed for the ball, 1-0. Next one on the way. Again out of his reach, 2-0.
Yeah, I give you a little whack scoring update. You've got Lamar, who we are tied with. They lost tonight to Nichols 2-5. So
appreciate that update. Here's the 2-0. This one low to the outside. 3 balls, no strikes. So again, that runner is Dalen Pena with that leadoff single just moments ago. He's over at first. No outs. Texas State trails 12-4 here in the top of the 8th, trying to get back into this one. Here's the next pitch on a 3-0. That time in the zone for a strike. 84-mile-an-hour curve to make it 3-1.
That was a good pitch by Gavi. Come back to get him 3-1. Had the red light, wasn't swinging. Great pitch.
Oh, laissez-faire toss over there to first. Runner safe. Maybe just a little hello from Cold Iron over there to Wishkoski. He said, I see you, man. Sorry it's been a little quiet over there today. Here's a 3-1.
Another good pitch.
Oh, man, that batter tried to show him up. Lewis started to walk down, and the umpire said, nope, sorry, young man. That is a strike on the corner, 3-2.
That's a way to battle right here by Cold Iron. Go 3-0, now going full counts. Love to get him right here.
Here's the payoff. It's on the way.
Oh, ring him up.
No, did not ring him up. The register would not open on that one, BJ, and that'll put him on first with the walk. So that'll advance Pena over to second and Lewis at first on the walk.
And here comes Sirianni coming out to have a conversation with Cold Iron. They do have somebody warming up in the bullpen. Don't know if they're going to go there yet. Looks like they might.
Yeah, I think, let's see. Yep, they're going to do it.
That was a great outing by Cold Iron, though.
So that will bring out, I believe it is Alex Havlicek. So Havlicek will make his way, and we'll have his numbers. We'll also have those final numbers for Gavi Cold Iron when we come back in 90 seconds. Stay with us, friends, from Van Wagner. This is the Bearkat Sports Radio Network.
Need service work on your vehicle? Then drop on by Wagner Huntsville and meet the new service and shop managers to see what better customer service feels like. Meet their GM factory-trained technicians who are skilled with state-of-the-art factory diagnostic equipment. Wagner service hours Monday through Saturday are convenient and local shuttle service is readily available. Experience the service difference at Wagner Huntsville.
On the field or just on the go, UT Physicians Orthopedics is with you during life's unexpected stumbles. We offer comprehensive treatment options, on-site imaging, and personalized care. With locations across the greater Houston area, you can find care close to home. Visit utphysicians.com or call 888-4UT-DOCS to schedule an appointment today. Better healthcare starts with you. UT Physicians.
Join the Sam Houston State University Alumni Association. For only $35 a year, your membership helps provide scholarship assistance, plus networking, a travel program, discounts on home and auto insurance, car rentals, event tickets, and much more. Connect with your Bearkat pride and spirit by joining the Alumni Association. Go online, alumni.shsu.edu. As a member, you can be a part of something bigger. The Sam Houston State University Alumni Association. Join today.
New pitcher on the mound. It's the fourth one of the night for the Bearkats. It's Alex Havlicek. That'll do it for Gavi Cold Iron, who went through 2 innings, allowing 1 run, 3 hits. That 1 run was earned, struck out 1, walked 3. He pitched 42 times. He is responsible for Lewis over at first, who reached on the walk, and then Pena over at second, who advanced after his single. And you've got those numbers for us, BJ, for Alex
Sure
Havlicek.
do. 5.84 ERA on the season with 9 appearances overall, 12 and 1/3 innings pitched, 12 hits against him, 10 runs, 8 of those earned, 11 walks on the season, and 6 strikeouts for Havlicek coming in to this ballgame.
Tall young man, 6'5", 220 junior out of Oakland, New Jersey. The transfer from Virginia Tech. The first pitch to the outside. It's a 1 ball, no strike, no out kind of start here for Alex Havlicek.
Yeah, 90-mile-an-hour fastball right off the little low and outside.
Havlicek getting set here, keeping an eye over at second a couple of times. Now we'll look down, the right-handed pitch on the way. Fastball across the plate for a strike. 1-1 on that 88-mile-an-hour heater.
Yeah, that was a good pitch following up from that first pitch. Bringing it in, wanted to be sure not to fall behind 2-0. Even it up the count, 1-1.
Gibbons is 1 for 3 here today for Texas State. Pitch on the way. That
hit
one,
him.
oh, yeah, it just grazed him there on the shoulder. And that will bring him. So now the bases are loaded. The tattoo shop is opened up again here. So That'll put him on first. Gibbons at first. Lewis advances over to second, and Pena third. And that's no outs, bases loaded.
No outs, bases loaded. Bottom of the order, so you really need to get at least one out here. 2 double play would be even better before you turn that over to the top of the lineup for the Bobcats.
Isaiah Ortega-Jones, 1 for 2. Right-handed batter. Right-handed pitching from Havlicek. This one out of the glove, and that will score a run. That one goes out of the glove of Walter Yannick. Pena will come in and score. Lewis advances over to third, and Gibbons at second.
Yeah, pass ball on that one, I would imagine.
I would think so, but the way I see him, officially scored. It is a pass ball. I didn't want to say anything until I saw it officially come through, BJ.
Sometimes it's just a judgment call.
One across the plate there for Ortega-Jones, 1-1 count.
Yeah, he did. He pitched 2 innings, 1 game.
Here's the 1-1. Foul tip. 1-2.
Oh, they're going to call it.
Oh, wait a minute.
It looked like a foul tip.
It looked like it from here, but they say no, and they let one come in.
First baseman umpire's coming in.
Yeah, they're going to have a discussion here. So that first base umpire, Michael Durantes, having a talk with Joe Harris at home plate. I mean, from here, it
sounded like it was a foul tip just by the sound of it. Surprised Sirianni may not be out.
I mean, it could have hit him as well, but I think that's what they're having a discussion about because the way that it officially gets scored here, they officially score this as a pass ball, and I don't see where that came into play. So Gibbons will advance to third on a pass ball. Lewis comes in and scores the unearned run. I'm not sure on that. So that's how it's officially scored. So Gibbons over there at third now. 6-12 the score. Texas State trailing in a 2-2 count right here to Ortega-Jones.
Yeah, you don't want to give them any life here. Giving them a little bit, especially with the top of the lineup coming back around.
Here's the 2-2. A little close to the inside. Will bring us to a full count at 3-2.
Yeah, you need Havlicek to bear down right here. Looking to at least get one out before you turn it over to the top of the lineup. You already have 2 that have crossed the plate.
Here is the payoff, and that one out of his reach, and that will reach on a walk and puts runners on 1 and 3.
You do have someone busy out in the bullpen now for the Bearkats.
Havlicek will now go back to the top of the order facing Ben McLean. McLean's having a great night, by the way. He's 3 for 4.
Yeah. Everything to the right side. So all the 3 hits, ground balls in between first and second.
First pitch on the way, goes across for a strike. 90-mile-an-hour fastball, 0-1.
So it makes it a little bit tougher because your first baseman is covering the bag, so that opens up that side a little bit. So McLean is definitely eyeing that right half of the field.
Here's the 0-1 to the inside, even us up 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, it's 12-6. Texas State trailing here in the top of the 8th inning. They've scored 2 unearned runs here in no-out territory to get things started. The 1-1 pitch. High to the outside, 2-1.
Yeah, that got away from him on that one.
We'll welcome you into the broadcast tonight. If you're a Texas State fan, thanks for joining us as well. Even though we broadcast for Sam Houston, we always want visiting teams to feel welcome on this broadcast. Here's the 2-1. This one over to the left, getting under it, and Contreras trying to track it down in the warning track into the wall. Has the grab. That will score 1 run on the sacrifice fly out to left. But a great job by Contreras, able to haul that one in. He was in the warning track, smacked into the wall, and still was able to haul it in.
Yeah, that was really a tough play for Contreras, running almost a kind of over-the-shoulder catch for him. Had to catch up to it. It was a drive. Ball going away from him, wind pushing it away, having to battle the wind, the trajectory of the ball. Contreras just made a great play on that.
That brings in Gibbons, third run of this inning. It's now 12-7. One away. Texas State still at bat here, of course, Dalton Shuffield. Pops this one over to right. Brewster trying to go in foul territory. That one may drop. He's got it.
He's got it.
Wow, look at that by Brewster.
Play.
As he took off to the races, he turned on those NASA rockets off the first baseline in foul territory and made the grab for the second out.
Bearkats faithful still here, cheering that one on. What a play by Brewster. That was a long run into foul territory to get that ball, to get a second out on the board. That second out is huge during this time of the game, with some life getting breathed back into the Bobcats, and Brewster shutting that down.
Brings up John Wuthridge, 1 for 3 today. Remains over there at first for Texas State, trailing 12-7 the first pitch. In the zone for the strike. 0-1 on the 90-mile-an-hour fastball. It's good, too, because that'll really help with Havlicek's confidence here. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one to the inside, evens us at 1-1. Boy, I forgot to get one of those Don Sanders Stadium burgers tonight. Those are good, man.
They are pretty good.
Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Well, and they probably had enough for everybody cooked up. Texas State has a decent number here, not as many as Baylor and, of course, Texas had in their visits here, and even University of Houston to some extent.
It's a much bigger crowd earlier. It was about over half capacity. Many of them left, though, once this one started to get away. Here's a 1-2 swing and a miss for the third and final out. Havlicek finding some rhythm, but not before Texas State scored 3 runs. That'll take us through 7.5. Bottom of the 8th coming up. We'll be back at it here in a moment in 60 seconds from Van Wagner. This is the Bearkat Sports Radio Network.
On the field or just on the go, UT Physicians Orthopedics is with you during life's unexpected stumbles. We offer comprehensive treatment options, on-site imaging, and personalized care. With locations across the greater Houston area, you can find care close to home. Visit utphysicians.com or call 888-4UT-DOCS to schedule an appointment today. Better healthcare starts with you. UT Physicians.
Hey, Huntsville sports fans, this is Rob Hipp for Hit Solutions. Hit Solutions faithfully serves our community in several ways. First, our real estate division. We assist you with finding that piece of property that brings you home. Second, Hit Solutions Player Development provides instruction for baseball and softball players. And third, Hit Solutions is a supporter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, helping to lead every coach and athlete into a growing relationship with Christ. Hit Solutions is ready to serve you. Visit us online at hittss.com.
All right, friends, back at it here. I think there's some confusion out there. We heard the public address announcer say Peyton Zabel was the one pitching. I don't believe that's correct. The young man is wearing 42, and that would be Damian Whitfield. And they're showing it as Peyton Zabel here. I mean, I got to call it by the jersey number. BJ?
I don't have any numbers here for him.
I mean, we've seen one tonight that was wearing a different jersey, but that other jersey wasn't even on the roster. Well, if you got Yeah, I guess we'll go with what they say then. Peyton Zabel.
Peyton Zabel. So let's go with him.
So if you're a Texas State fan and that's your kiddo out there and we got it wrong, we apologize. We're just going with what's on the screen now.
Yeah, so Peyton Zabel coming in, 7.71 ERA game, 4 appearances, 4 2/3 inning, with 4 earned runs, 6 walks, and 1 strikeout.
All right, well, we'll call it how it is up there, even though the numbers don't match. Peyton Zabel on the mound now, first pitch. Away from Wisconsin here, 1-0 early count. Here's the next one. That one clipped the corner for the strike to even us up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So for Texas State, Martinez only went 1 inning, pitching 16 times. And only faced 3 batters. Next one out of the reach here, 2 balls, 1 strike.
I tell you what, that was such a great defensive stand there for the Bearkats, giving up 3 runs in that inning, but a play by Brewster and just bearing down for the Bearkats to stop the bleeding there.
Here's the next delivery. Swing and a miss here to even us up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, no outs. We are in the bottom of this 8th inning. Sam Houston leads Texas State 12-7. Zabel. Here's the pitch from the right hand on the way. This one, oh man, that one slapped him in the hand. Somehow able to make it up and picks it up and throws it to first. And man, you got to give that young man credit because that ball hit his hand hard on the mound.
It really did. You know that Wisconsin wanted to get a base hit. They're probably going to come out and check on him to make sure he's okay. Got to walk it off just a little bit. He's waving off the coach saying, I'm all right. Umpires coming out and having a conversation with him.
Goodness gracious. Even that home plate umpire is out there talking to him. I mean, that hit his throwing hand, too, it looked like. I mean, I heard a pop up here, and that was not a glove. That was hand.
That could have turned out. They could probably give him some practice. Nope. Let him go to Contreras.
He probably waved him off. I don't need no practice.
He said, no, I'm fine. I got the out at first. That's what I needed to do.
We'll go Carlos Contreras here cleaning up 4th in the order, the left fielder. The leading hitter in the NCAA. Pitch on the way here. That's your 3-time WAC hitter of the week. Takes the first one for a ball, 1-0.
So whoever that is, if that's Zabel or Whitfield or whoever that is out there on the mound.
We'll just call it as it's on the official record as Zabel. Here's Zabel's right-handed delivery. This one across the plate, 87-mile-an-hour fast. Whatever happened didn't seem to affect him. 1-1 count.
No, I feel bad for Wisconsin because that was going to be a base hit right up the middle, but it was a good stop by the pitcher, the Bobcat pitcher.
Zabel. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung around and missed here, 1-2, a little 76-mile-an-hour off speed.
Yeah, it took something off of that one against Contreras. Oh, sprung him up.
The swing on that one,
that was a
looked at it for the strikeout. Second out.
I think it surprised some of us in the stands too.
Surprised me. I didn't catch it. Bottom of the 8th inning we are. Sam Houston leading Texas State 12-7.
Number 6, Easton Lloyd.
And so it is Zabel out there. By the way, it is Zabel who is out there. First pitch here on Easton Lloyd at the belt line for the strike. 0-1 count.
Maybe that jersey, that uniform was not clean, so he had to put on a different one.
Here's the 0-1. This one hard hit foul way off that third base side. That one will sell beyond the practice or the training facility. 0-2 count.
It says 34 on the pitch. I'm pretty sure it's faster than that.
Got to be a lot faster. 0-2 count, 2 away. Here's the delivery. This one chopped over. Zabel going to throw over to first. That's a tough one, and it's not there. I think that would have been a tough one. It was over his shoulder, trying to make that throw. He tracked it down near that third base line and just could not make that throw. It was a very tough angle. And so that is a 2-out single for Easton Lloyd.
Yeah, it was a soft ground ball. Pitcher did what he could to get to it, turned to throw, but just wasn't going to get there in time. Jefferson comes up, having a big night, looking to add to it at the plate. Go, Miles!
Brings up Miles Jefferson. As you said, he's kind of been the hot man here. His first home run of the season was a little bit earlier in the 6th. That one here will advance a runner. It hit the catcher. 1-0 count on Jefferson. So Lloyd over to second. And a 1-0 count here on Miles Jefferson.
Yeah, and his first home run of the season was a no-doubter. The only thing you didn't know if it was going to stay fair or foul, and looked fair.
The wild pitch advances Lloyd over there to second. Miles Jefferson, 1-0. Here's the pitch to him. To the outside, 2-0. 2 away. Remember, all this damage coming back in the 6th in 2-out territory.
2-out territory. You got to love that with your ball club because, you know, getting 2 outs in an inning, you could choose to let it deflate you a little bit, or you could choose to get some runs in that. So for a Bearkat team, getting those 2-out runs are a big deal.
Here's the 2-0. Boy, that looked a little close on the bell line. Maybe he was leaning in. They called a strike in the zone 2-1. If it was just there. Again, 2-1 count. Here we are to Miles Jefferson. Sam Houston leading 12-7. As we're in the bottom of this 8th inning here. Bearkats playing strong against the 20th-ranked Texas State Bobcats. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Corner strike evens us up at 2-2.
That was a good pitch right there. Let's go, Miles.
Wind's starting to pick up a little bit more here. Having to play the paperweight game again outside.
At least you got your computer taped down.
Yeah, I've got the computer taped. Here's the 2-2. Pulled back on that one. Good eye. They're going to check it down to the first base umpire. It is a ball, 3-2. So Miles Jefferson facing a payoff pitch coming up here.
Yeah, this could be dangerous here. 3-2 count. Most likely going to get a fastball right down, pretty close down the middle in the zone.
Here it is on the way. Jefferson pulled back on that one, and it's a walk. So a 2-out walk for Miles Jefferson. Continuing to have a great night tonight. He is on base 4 out of the last 5 times after he struck out swinging for the first out back in the 2nd. He has simply been on fire. He's over at first. Easton Lloyd remains at 2nd, and that will take us 7th in the order. The 3rd baseman, Luke Repka.
We say Luke right here. 2 of Luke's hit, line drive to right center and a ground ball through the infield on the left-hand side. So using all fields.
Here's the pitch to the left-handed batter. That one just out of his reach for the ball. 1-0 count here to start things for Luke Repka.
Yeah, and against this, again, a ranked team like this, getting those 2-out hits and runs, those are going to prove to be big later in the season.
Zabel. Here's the delivery. On the way. High to the outside. Good eye, Repka. Take it to a 2-0 count here.
I like the patience of Repka here, wanting to be sure to get his pitch that he can drive.
Here's the 2-0 delivery. This one over the left. Popped up. McLean going to try to track it down here, and he does with the right hand. Reaching up his glove for the 3rd and final out.
1 runner left.
So no runs on 1 hit. And Sam Houston with no errors. They leave 2 on base. And that will take us through 8. Top of the 9th coming up. It's the final opportunity here for Texas State. Stay with us, friends. We'll be back in 60 seconds from Van Wagner. This is the Bearkat Sports Radio Network.
Curious about what real estate agents enjoy the most? It's about reminding our clients that dreams really do come true. RE/MAX is the #1 real estate company nationwide. RE/MAX Prime Properties is a locally owned family business in Huntsville. Need a realtor knowledgeable in our area? Call one of our experienced agents and let us guide you home. RE/MAX Prime Properties is located at 1215 Financial Plaza, Huntsville, Texas, and is a proud partner of SHSU Athletics. Eat 'em up, Cats.
Hey y'all, Josh Ward here for Bill Fick Ford in Huntsville. If you want a real truck that looks good and that can pull any load, do what I did. Decide the options you want and go see No Bull Bill. You'll spec out your order and agree on pricing, and then leave the rest up to Bill Fick Ford. You trust them to build the Ford truck of your dreams, and they'll trust you to buy it. No deposit required, and you still get a No Bull deal. It's buying made easy. Bill Fick Ford, your No Bull headquarters. Check them out online, BillFickFordHuntsville.com.
All right, friends, back at it. Final opportunity here for Texas State, trailing the Bearkats tonight 12-7, as we are moments away from getting started here in the top of the ninth inning, and a new pitcher on the mound for the Bearkats. The fifth pitcher of the night. Going to finish this one out here is Lance Lusk. BJ, over to you.
Absolutely, Lance Lusk. As I read you some of these stats, you're going to see why he's coming in against this 20th ranked Bobcat team. He's got a 1.29 ERA. That's with 10 appearances on the season, 3 saves, 14 innings pitched, 11 hits, 2 runs. Both of those earned, only 2 walks and 16 strikeouts. So this is the guy you want on the mound to close up the game, especially against a team like the Bobcats, scoring 3 in the top of the 8th. You don't want them to get any more. You don't want them to get close in this game to extend it. And so Lusk gets the call out there on the bump for the top of the 9th inning.
These teams last faced each other on February the 24th last year in that neutral site in Arlington, where the Bearkats lost 5-4. And before that, it was all Sam Houston. And this history of these two games, as the Bearkats won 7 straight dating back to 2012 before losing that one in 2021. All-time 52-53 versus Texas State. The history of these guys goes back to February the 18th of 1984. Here's the first one to Wesley Faison. It's a strike as he looked at it come across the corner, 0-1.
Yeah, I like the start of that, coming out meaning business, throwing that first pitch strike, getting ahead of that first batter.
Lance Lusk on the mound. Here's the right-handed delivery. That one looked like it was in there, but they're going to say it was too close to the inside. A little 77-mile-an-hour off speed, 1-1.
Go, Lance. Come on, Lance.
Again, we're kind of diagonal from home plate off that first baseline, so it's hard for us to see. We're not directly behind the plate. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one chopped foul. It'll bounce into the wall off the third baseline. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Wesley Faison.
Yeah, Faison had good intentions for that ball. Just pulled it to the left side of the infield, left and foul territory. 1-2 count, looking to extend this inning, trying to get on the base paths for his Bobcat offense.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Looked at that one. Got him for the first out, baby.
Lance Lusk just rears back and throws a dark 87-mile-an-hour fastball to get Faison looking for the strikeout.
Well, you ready to sing? A little swing, bada, swing, bada,
swing.
Yes. Although he didn't swing, he looked at it. Look, bada, look, bada, look.
He looked at it all the way to Yannick's mitt, and the umpire rung him up.
We'll go Justin Thompson here, 1 for 4 today. Here's the first pitch to that right-handed batter, too close on the inside. 1 ball, no strikes on a 90-mile-an-hour fastball that was just out of his reach.
Go, Lance.
Bearkats 2 away here from handing Texas State their 6th loss of the season. Here's the 1-0. That one corner strike, 1-1.
Yeah, you got to like seeing Lance Lusk out there on the mound trying to finish this game up.
Here is the pitch.
Oh, got him
swing around on that one, 1-2.
No need to appeal to first base on that one. The home plate umpire saw that was a swing, called it a swinging strike.
Sam Houston trying to build off that momentum. versus SFA. This pitch to the outside where they lost the first game in that series on Friday, took the next two. Trying to look for 3 in a row here. Sam Houston's played fairly well against some top-ranked teams so far this season. Of course, losing to Texas, but taking care of business in several other games. 2-2 count currently right here. This one popped up, will go foul just over the light, and that one will drop into the concrete wall behind Bowers Boulevard. The count remains 2-2 here for Thompson.
Yeah, there's a number of those games. That first game of the Lumberjack series, it was a 2-1 game. Plenty of chances to maybe come back and win it, but they dominated the next two.
Pitch on the way, looked at it, got him for the second out. How about that for Lance Lusk? It's back-to-back strikeouts looking.
Adding to that strikeout total, coming in with 16. At this point, he has 18, adding 2 more at the top of the ninth here. Love to add a third one to bring that amount up to 19 and to finish off the Bobcats here at the Don.
Trying to finish them off, it'll be Dalen Pena. Now at bat here, the first pitch on the way. That one popped out of the glove, 1-0 count. So Lusk just trying to finish this one up here. 1-0 count, 2 away. Bearkats lead 12-7. We are here in the top of the ninth. Here it is. This one grounded over to second. Pops are short and popped out of his hand. That one took a roll on it, and I think that one would have been a little bit tough.
Playing a deep short, Jefferson was. Even if he'd have come up with it clean, it would have been a long throw. Pena has good wheels. I have a feeling he would have beat that one out. I think they scored it ahead.
Peyton Lewis.
Should be. That would have been a tough one.
Really tough. We got the Bearkats lined up on their dugout fence, ready to come out and congratulate their team, getting this third out.
Take us down to Peyton Lewis, the catcher. He's 0 for 2. First pitch across the plate for the strike. 0-1. No, they called it an error by the shortstop.
Did they?
Yikes. They called it
an error.
Yeah, I would have asked. It took a while for that one to come across, man. I would have called it a hit.
He was playing there. Even with a good throw, I don't think he would have beat him out, or he would have gotten him out.
I think our buddy Chris in front of us saying, "Come on, man."
Chris would have given him. We're all giving him a hit. That was a hit. You got to throw him out from there.
1 ball, 1 strike here to Lewis. Left-handed batter. Lusk trying to finish him up here. Here's the pitch from the right hand. Boy, called a ball there, 2-1.
Yeah, on my scorecard here, I scored it as a hit, but
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 away. Here's the pitch. This one, that's a base knocked over at right. So a little 2 out. Momentum getting going here for Texas State. Your 10th run as at home plate right now. Is Peyton Lewis. Well, that's definitely a hit.
That was a hit. Yeah, there's no doubt on that one. He drove that one to right field. Brewster came up throwing, held the runner at second, not letting him advance to third, keeping the force intact to any or first, second, or third. So any ground ball in the infield should result in a force out.
8th in the order, Cameron Gibbons. Pitch on the way, cross the plate. 86-mile-an-hour heater, 0-1.
Bringing it there on that one.
Lusk has just about had enough. Bearkat dugout eagerly awaiting here for this one to be over. Here's the 0-1 from the right hand on the way. The outside to even us up at 1 ball and a strike. That was a good pitch.
Have a head, got a first pitch strike. That's worth a try to get him, see if he can't offer at it. 1-1 count still.
Gibbons 1 for 3 tonight. Here's the pitch on the way. That one dropped in. 1-2. The Cats are 1 strike away.
Yeah, ahead right here, 1-2. Go a couple of different ways. See if he can go chase. You got at least 1 pitch to play with. See if you can get him to go chase. Get a strikeout to close this thing out.
Lusk, the 1-2 pitch to the outside. Trying to get him to bite there on that curve, went way too far out. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Too far out on that one. Not going to get him to bite on that one.
Runners on 1 and 2 for Texas State, trailing 12-7 here in the top of the ninth. Lance Lusk for the Bearkats, trying to put him away and put him to sleep tonight. Here's the 2-2. It's on the way. That one high and inside takes us to a full count at 3-2.
All right.
Oh, man.
Runners on first and second. Again, you don't want to give this. Still got the last two. This is 8 and 9 hitters. Number 9 coming up. You want to finish the job here.
Here's the payoff. Oh, to the outside, and we are loaded. The 11th run now at home plate. Oh, man. That will advance Pena over to third, Lewis at second, and Gibbons reaching on the walk there just moments ago takes us to the bottom of the order.
Yannick's going to come have a conversation with this pitcher. A little bit of traffic on the bases, well, a lot of bit of traffic on the bases. But Yannick's wanting to get out there and let Lusk know, hey, you just need one more out. You got to force at any bag. Probably going to have your outfielders playing deep, keep the ball in front of them, not letting anything get past them. Hopefully get us out somewhere, a force out, and finish this game up.
A lot of movement over there in that Bearcat dugout. Getting a little antsy there. Isaiah Ortega-Jones with bases loaded. His team trails Texas State 12-7. Texas State trailing here in the top of the ninth. Lance Lusk on the mound. Here's the pitch.
There it is.
First pitch strike. 86-mile-an-hour fastball right across the plate.
Yeah, these guys aren't ranked 20th for no reason. They're going to fight. They're going to scratch. They're going to try to get back in this thing. It's going to be up to the Bearkats to shut this rally down.
Here's Lusk, the delivery.
Oh, yeah.
Corner strike, 0-2.
Way ahead here, 0-2.
I think the crowd was just waiting because it did take a while for that strike to come.
Got to breathe in a little bit. A little bit of theater there for the umpire. I think he's ready to do a little strikeout dance. Hopefully.
Here's Lusk, the 0-2. It's on the way.
Ring him up. No.
And not going to eat him up here. It was called a ball, 1-2. 79-mile-an-hour off speed, too low.
I could see it. He wanted to ring him up right there.
To ring him up and eat him up.
Ring him up, eat him up.
We'll get another chance right here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. Bases loaded. Texas State trails 12-7. Top of the ninth we are. Bobcats trying to stay alive. Lance Lusk trying to put him out. Here it is. This one popped up foul. And it'll head over to Bowers Boulevard. And over the back in the fence in the grandmother's house we go.
Used to be trees there a long time ago.
Yannick will come up, has a quick chat with Lance Lusk. He said, come on, man, I'm hungry. Let's go.
Got 1-2 count. Time to bear down right here. Let's get this third strike.
Isaiah Ortega-Jones trying to keep things alive for the Bobcats. Here's the pitch, Lance Lusk. This one chopped foul into the net. The at-bat stays alive. 12-7, bases loaded for Texas State here in the top of the ninth. All we need is one strike to put this one away.
And Ortega, he is fighting. He is battling up there, fouling these pitches off, trying to see one more pitch.
Lusk, 1-2. Foul tip. Man.
Woo! Just hanging in there, just getting a piece of it where Yannick could not get a glove on it. We'll take a strikeout any way we can get it. Foul tip, strikeout, looking strike, swinging strike. Any of those.
Interference? I don't know. We don't want any of that.
I've already saw an interference call that was questionable.
Seen just a little bit of everything here in this one tonight. Lusk trying to put him away here. Here's the 1-2 pitch. On the way. The outside. Once again, we're at a 2-2 count. Yikes.
These guys are not going to just go away.
Bridget's saying, let's go. She wants me to get home. We got that baby.
You got to get home. Maybe you ought to get her to get in there and coach him up.
Here we go. It's 2-2. Lance Lusk on the mound for the Cats. Here's the pitch on the way. This one lined over to right. And that's a base knocked and will score 2 runs. Oh, man, it's an RBI double. 2 outs. 9 runs on the board now for Texas State, trailing by only 3. That will score Pena, who comes around. Lewis comes around. Gibbons over at third, and runners on the hot corners after that 2 RBI single by Ortega-Jones. And now the discussion with Lance Lusk on the mound. His head coach, Jay Sirianni, walks his way up alongside the catcher, Walker Yannick.
Yeah, here's the tough part. You're turning it back over to the top of the lineup. You got McLean coming up to bat, who is 3 for 5 on the night. Everything is going his way to right field. Ground balls, 3 hits to the right side of the infield, through the infield, flyouts to left and left center. So McLean has been seeing the ball pretty well, going 3 for 5. But definitely want to try to go get him out on this one, because you don't want him handing it off to the next man in line, Sheffield.
And you definitely don't want one going out of the park here.
Not at all.
Top of the order for the Bobcats.
That is your 12th and tying run at home plate right now. We'll go back to the top of the order, the left fielder, Ben McLean, who is 3 for 4 tonight, the left-handed batter. Texas State with runners in the corners. Trailing 12-9 here in the top of the ninth. 2 outs we are. Lance Lusk remains on the mound. Here is the pitch on the way. Across the plate for a strike. It's another first pitch strike on an 83-mile-an-hour pitch.
You have the runner on first, Ortega, moving to second base on a catcher's indifference. They're just worried about getting this out right here.
Lusk. Here's the delivery on the way.
Oh, man.
High to the outside to even us at 1-1. Oh, goodness.
I'm just hoping for a delayed strike call right there, because that looked pretty good.
Ben McLean, 2 home runs, 17 RBIs this season, 3 for 4 tonight. Leading off to start this ball game, he has had an excellent night for the Bobcats of Texas State. Here's that 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Let's get one more.
Got another 1-2 count. We got to get Lance to get this last strike. We got Bearkat fans cheering him on.
Ortega-Jones, by the way, is over at second. So runners at 2 and 3. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. Here's the pitch. Oh, it was too low. We're back to a 2-2 count again.
Almost got him to swing at that one. McLean was able to hold up, even the count up to 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Lance Lusk on the mound. To the left-handed batter, Ben McLean. Texas State trailing 12-9. Runners on 2 and 3. Here's the pitch. Foul tip into the backstop.
Another battle.
Yep, we've seen it here. Boy, a lot of drama here in this final out that the Cats are trying to get and put this one away.
You got both of them battling right here.
And now Yannick.
Lusk sitting at 35 total pitches at this time.
Yannick runs up. He has another quick discussion here with Lance Lusk, his pitcher. Just a really quick chat. And he'll run back to home plate. They probably ask him double meat, double cheese, or just single after this game.
Whatever you want. I'll get you a steak. You say if you just strike them out, I'll get you some of them ribeyes I've driven in. You can have them.
Here we go. Lance Lusk getting set. Looks down. The pitch on the way.
Oh, come on. Ring it up.
Got him looking, and that's the ball game, baby. It ends on an 81-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch. Got him looking as it clips the corner, and that will do it. The Bearkats have won 3 straight now after they take care of business after 20th ranked.
My boy.
Texas State goes down tonight, their 6th loss of the season. We'll take a quick 60 seconds, and when we come back, we'll have a very quick post-game wrap-up Don't go anywhere, folks. Bearkats victorious tonight. We'll be back from Van Wagner. This is the Bearkats Sports Radio Network.
COVID-19 rapid testing is available at Express Urgent Care in Huntsville. No symptoms needed. So now you can get tested even faster and get your results back faster too. Limited shots are left. Not sure which test is right for you? Express Urgent Care is happy to help. For more details, call 936-570-2626. No appointments needed. Walk-ins only. Express Urgent Care Clinic, located at 193 I-45 South. Check their website at TexpressUrgentCare.com and visit them on Facebook. That's Texpress Urgent Care next to Sport Clips in Huntsville.
Join the Sam Houston State University Alumni Association. For only $35 a year, your membership helps provide scholarship assistance, plus networking, a travel program, discounts on home and auto insurance, car rentals, event tickets, and much more. Connect with your Bearkat pride and spirit by joining the Alumni Association. Go online, alumni.shsu.edu. As a member, you can be a part of something bigger. The Sam Houston State University Alumni Association. Join today.
Back at it, friends, here for post-game wrap-up. Sam Houston victorious tonight here at the Dawn over Texas State, 12-9, in what ended in dramatic fashion. Took a little bit longer than expected. We got down to 2 outs in the final of that top of the ninth inning. Lance Lusk was trying to put it away, but the Texas State Bobcats would not go away. They had the tying run at home plate in Ben McLean, but on a 2-2 pitch, he struck out looking, and that was enough to put it away. It was a quick 2 up, 2 down, both strikeouts looking to start that inning, but then it was 2 runs coming in and scoring. They ended up, Texas State, with 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, 2 left on base, but man, the dramatics there, those final outs took a while, but the Bearkats got it done, and they take care of 20th ranked Texas State, handing them only their 6th loss of the season. BJ?
Yeah, that was a great way to come back in a midweek game. Like we talked about before, we suffered a loss against Houston, suffered a loss against Rice, 2 powerhouse of Division I baseball teams, and to come back against a 20th ranked Texas State Bobcat team, that's a big deal. The bats blistered the Bobcats, especially right there in the second inning, pulled away with 4 runs in that second inning when Brewster doubled on an 0-1 count, scoring 2 runs. Chadwick singled on the first pitch of that at bat, scoring 2 runs. And so that was just a big way early to pull away with those 4 runs and show them that if you're coming to the Dawn, you're coming to meet up with some Bearkats that are ready to show their offensive power.
For the 20th ranked Texas State Bobcats, the loss tonight credited to Travis Sundgren, who is now 2-3 on the season. Sam Houston, the win will go to Colton Atkinson. He is now a perfect 3-0 on the season. And those final numbers tonight for Texas State, as we talked about, Lundgren, again in that loss, 2-3. He only went 2 innings pitched, allowing 6 runs on 7 hits. All 6 runs were earned. He walked 1, struck out 1. Total pitch count of 33 as he faced 13 batters in a 6.33 ERA. On the flip side, the victory tonight for Atkinson, for Sam Houston, who goes 3-0, 2 innings pitched. He allowed just 2 runs and 2 hits. Both those runs were earned. He struck out 3, walked 1, 36 total pitches where he faced 8 batters, finishing up with a 4.08 ERA. He had a nice start tonight. And then Matt Rudis, who really came in, 54 pitches. He only allowed one run on 4 hits. Yeah. Rudis had a solid game as well.
Yeah, those middle innings, if you really look at it, those relievers coming in with Rudis and Cold Iron, and these guys coming in, shutting down potent Bobcat offense, and to allow those runs that were put on the board by the Bearkats to really elevate their play and to know that they had the offense behind them that was going to help support them as they shut down the Bobcats in those middle innings. And so, hey, kudos go to our relievers and the way that they came in to shut some things down. And also, I'll tell you what, I was impressed by Cameron Bush for the Bobcats. Yeah. That young man, he came in and settled things down. You had a 1-run inning, a 4-run inning, a 3-run inning, and then you put some zeros on the board by the Bobcats. You can see why they are where they are, especially with the pitching of Cameron Bush. That young man really impressed me coming in this situation.
Well, for Sam Houston tonight, those bats were hot. At one point, they were batting about .625 through 3 innings. They finally cooled off, but a great night hitting 16 of 39. They went .410 on the night. A lot of that damage, too, coming with runners on where they were 10 of 22, batting .455. Also .417 in two-out territory where they were 5 for 12. For Texas State tonight, things a little bit, so they showed a little bit of life later on in the ball game, finishing up batting over 300, 11 of 36 tonight. With runners on, they were only 5 of 17 at 294. But again, Sam Houston, they got off to that early jump start. They needed it. They put up 1 run in the first, 4 runs in the second, then 3 in the third. They went the fourth and the fifth with no runs, and then they found 4 in the sixth. Part of that 2-run homer, and the first one that we saw this season on that home run by Miles Jefferson. He had a very solid game for the Bearkats here tonight.
Absolutely. When he got up and hit that ball, there was no doubt it was going over the fence. The only doubt there was whether or not it was going to stay fair. And so when the umpire called it as a fair ball, I don't know where that one landed, but it might have landed in the Lady Bearkats softball field, because he hit that one a ton. And what a time to have your first home run against a team like this, the Bobcats. Man, that's just a great game and a great showing by that young man.
Final Texas State offensive leaders. McLean finished 3 for 5 at bat. He had 2 RBIs in this game. Ortega Jones at the bottom of the order had a pretty solid game as well, finishing 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Sheffield was 1 for 4 with a 1 RBI, and then Wethrich 1 for 4. He had that home run, the solo, back in this ball game as well. And then for Sam Houston, the bats, as I talk about, they were hot tonight. We talked about Miles Jefferson, who went 3 for 4. He had the 2-run homer, the RBI, 2 RBI homer for the Bearkats, his first home run of the season against this Texas State Bobcat team. Easton Lloyd finished 3 for 5. He had an RBI. Lane Brewster, 2 for 5. He had a double 2 RBI. Chadwick also had a double 2 RBI. Caleb Contreras, his bat got a little bit hot. He finished 2 for 5, coming off of his solid performance in that 3-game series versus Stephen F. Austin, where they took 2 games. He had 15 RBIs in the final 2. He finished again 2 for 5 tonight. Had a double and then an RBI, and then Walker Yannick finished 2 for 3, the catcher, with an RBI. He had a good game, and talk about how he played from that catching position where he has been so dominant. We saw some plays by him where he threw absolute darts tonight. One of them was when he threw it over to first base. A lot of folks were saying, let it go foul. He said, no way, trust my arm. Threw it over to first and got a critical out.
I was one of those people just saying, hey, let it go foul and fight to the next pitch. But he got the ball, turned, spun, threw it, got him out at first. And, that's the thing is defense is also a story to this game, because you had Easton Lloyd. I'm remembering a play that there was a drive up the middle. He kept the ball in the infield. There was 1 run that scored, but there could have been more. And in a close game, especially here towards the end, at 9-12, and then Brewster with the sliding foul catch in foul territory, that saved a couple of runs. Got an out on the board and saving some runs. So defense really stepped up, made some plays, because this one got a little closer to the end than we really wanted it to be. But because of the defense and the lead that Sam Houston built, they were able to hang on to it. So, man, at all phases of the game, they did really well. So this Bearkat team, they have a lot to be proud of tonight coming against this Texas State Bobcat.
They'll have Brewster. They call him Brewster the Rooster. It's like my dad used to tell me, you got to get up early in the morning to stay up with me. I'm telling you what, this Brewster young man, you got to get up early in the morning to stay up with him. He's going to get up before the Roosters. He's making a big impact here for the Sam Houston Bearkat team. Well, our next game that we'll broadcast here on the Bearkat Sports Radio Network won't be until Saturday in the second of a 3-game series. UTRGV coming here to the Don. You want to make sure to get out here. Get your tickets, by the way. It's easy to get them. Go to GoBearcats.com. Come out and support your Sam Houston Bearkats here at this beautiful ballpark in Huntsville on the campus of Sam Houston State University. Again, now as Sam Houston rides in on a 3-game win streak, they will improve to 15-10 overall. Of course, this was not a WAC game, so they'll stay 6-3 in the WAC, but facing UTRGV for that 3-game series coming up this weekend, starting Friday at 6:30. And then I'll have that live call right here on the Bearkat Sports Radio Network back on Saturday at 3 p.m. We'll probably go live around 2:45 with pregame. And then Sunday, they'll wrap it up at 1 o'clock. So make sure that you come out to the Dawn, support the Bearkats. Again, Sam Houston goes 15-10 overall now, remains 6-3 in the WAC. And for Texas State, they will drop one, 20-6 overall, the 20th ranked team in the NCAA. They are 5-1 in the Sun Belt. BJ, I know you've said a lot, but I'll give you one more final opportunity before we sign off. As always, it's been a fun one. Such a joy, privilege, and blessing to have you up here next to me, my friend.
Oh, absolutely love it as a Bearkat alumni. Just enjoy watching this team play, watching them get out there. The biggest thing that stood out to me, they were just in attack mode. I felt like Sirianni probably just told them, hey, if you like the first pitch, go for it. You saw early and often they were getting on, driving and runs. Those first 3 innings, we saw a 1 spot, a 4 spot, a 3 spot, and over and over again, they were swinging and driving first pitch strikes into the past infielders, line drives, and outfield. So the one thing that stood out to me was just the attack mentality. They were not going to shrink back from a 20th ranked team. They were going to come out and they were going to show that when you come here again to the Don, they were going to play their brand of baseball, and that is to attack early, to attack often, and let their offense play.
Well, again, friends, this broadcast has been authorized under rights granted by Sam Houston to Van Wagner. The accounts and descriptions of this broadcast may not be retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of Van Wagner and Sam Houston Athletics. The executive producers of Sam Houston Baseball is Zach Kaditz. The coordinating producer is Desiree Chambers. And a special thanks to the Sam Houston Athletic Communications Office, Jason Barfield, and Ben Reichert. Our studio flagship operations by K-Sam. We appreciate Colin Neal back at the flagship running the dials for us. Again, tune in for our next broadcast here on Van Wagner from the Bearkat Sports Radio Network on Saturday at 3 p.m. as we take on Game 2 of UT-RGV. The Vaqueros will have that again right here for you. Friends, I'm Rob Hipp for my good friend BJ McMichael and the Sam Houston Bearkat alumni, reminding you tonight that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other, friends. Provide a word of encouragement, lend a hand of support. Somebody out there tonight needs you. Good night, and God bless from Huntsville, Texas. We'll see you Saturday.
Need service work on your vehicle? Then drop on by Wagner Huntsville and meet the new service and shop managers to see what better customer service feels like. Meet their GM factory-trained technicians who are skilled with state-of-the-art factory diagnostic equipment. Wagner service hours Monday through Saturday are convenient and local shuttle service is readily available. Experience the service difference at Wagner Huntsville.
On the field or just on the go, UT Physicians Orthopedics is with you during life's unexpected stumbles. We offer comprehensive treatment options, on-site imaging, and personalized care. With locations across the greater Houston area, you can find care close to home. Visit utphysicians.com or call 888-4UT-DOCS to schedule an appointment today. Better healthcare starts with you. UT Physicians.
Bearkat Baseball is a presentation of Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment and Sam Houston Athletics in partnership with K-Sam Sports. Rebroadcast of this game is strictly prohibited without express written consent of Van Wagner, SHSU, our advertising partners, and